Good afternoon and welcome back to the Dharampada College grounds in Panipitya. Match number 2 for the day. That is today, the 15th of February 2026. And this game is between Metropolitan Group and Mclarens Group. And both teams out to really take honours in this match. Right, let's look at what's going on in this group as well, because the points table is so important in this group too. There we are, 8 Kingsmen's on top. 4 games, 3 wins. Mclarens in second place with 3 wins over the 4 matches. Aston Lanka in third place. Metropolitan Group in fourth place, 4 games, 1 win. And Manisha Bank is also on 4 with 1 win. And Soft Logic 4 with 1. So today's game is important for both teams. Metropolitan Group will want to win today. If they can win today, perhaps they might go up on the points table. At the moment, they have 2 points. Mclarens has 6, so they are the team second best on the points table in League A. Will they have a chance to go up? Let's wait and see. Right, that's the points table for you. And let's go to the middle and join the 2 captains, match referee, and our man Damika with the 2 captains for the toss.
Good afternoon to all. Welcome back to Dharampada College grounds, Panipitya. As usual, it's a double-header Mercantile F Division T20 tournament. 2 teams looking keen. One team, of course, searching for their place in the second round. For the other team, it's about continuing the winning momentum. I have 2 captains with me. For Metropolitan Group, Shanuka Rukshan, and for Mclarens Group, Asanga Ranasinghe. We have with us our match referee for today's game, Mr. Gamani Disanayaka. Rukshan got the coin. Time to give it a flick. It's a tails. Rukshan, you have won another very important toss. What have you decided?
We are going to bat first.
Feel good to be back winning ways, and must be a great feeling. What's the mood in the camp?
The boys are in a very positive mindset after the win that we managed to get last evening. So that's why we are hoping to put a good total in the board and to defend it against the next team, other team. Yeah.
Mclarens is a strong team. What sort of a score you think would be enough to put them under pressure?
Based on the few games that were played in this ground, I feel like something more than 160 or 175 would do. So that's our plan, to stick to somewhere close to 170, 180.
Best of luck. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Asanga, would you have done the same had you won the toss?
We were also thinking about first if we have won the toss, but I think either way is okay because if we are playing on batting conditions, so condition doesn't really matter.
And I thought you've done really well during this tournament, winning 3 out of 4, but still you walk into a situation where you need to win this game to ensure that you go on to the second round. What's your take on that?
I think this game will decide the tabletop and second place places. So we are actually fighting for that.
And what sort of plan, what sort of a score you are trying to restrict your opposition?
I think since we are chasing, we want to restrict them to about 130, 140 here, and think it's a decent score to chase.
Best of luck. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you.
Once again, the skipper winning the toss had no hesitation in deciding to bat. This time, Metropolitan winning the toss, deciding to bat first.
Thank you, Damika. There we are. The news on centre is that Metropolitan have won the toss and needed to bat first. In fact, the last 3 games, not the last game, not yesterday's game, the game before that, they were put into bat first, and then they won that match when they beat 8 Kingsmen by 6 runs. Yesterday also, they had a good day out. They won the toss, batted, and also had a win. There we are, the 2 teams, Mclarens Group, Asanga Ranasinghe along with Ashan Mulligama, Etan Ransilige, Hasindu Perna, Ines Chamika, Lahiru Amarasekra, Oshada Chaturanga, Shayan Sandaruan, Sadisha Gamage, Saminda Fernando, and Suranga Rodrigo making up the 11 for Mclarens Group. Metropolitan, Shanuka Rukshan, Danuka Fernando, Lahiru Abesinghe, Prashant Vikramasinghe, Tanuja Rajapaksa, Umesh Chandrasekhara, Mohammad Arshad, Komal Kitsiri, Rumesh Perra, along with Sachuka Dilshan Patira, and Lahiru Guruge making up the 11 for Metropolitan Group. Right, so this is going to be an interesting contest because both teams out to win this, and perhaps Mclarens Group, who are second in the table, they are really in a strong position to take second place. As I talk to you, the umpires out, the two teams are in the middle. Batsmen also walking out. We'll see the first ball in action in a short while from now. It's a lovely afternoon here at Pandipitia. The sun is behind those white clouds. In fact, the sun didn't break through at all today. So the conditions for players, the comfort level for players is pretty high. There's no great breeze blowing across the ground, so it won't be really cooling them down. But at least we don't have that bright sunshine that bakes the ground, that bakes the players, and it's behind some clouds at the moment. So very high clouds at the moment as the batsman is taking guard from the umpire. And this is the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026. We are drawing to the close of the league tournament. Perhaps one more weekend and the league will be over, and then into the final round. Perhaps two teams from each group. We have got 4 groups in this Mercantile F Division. Will qualify for the final round. 24 teams were in the fray, and of course only 8 teams can come in from that for the final round. Right, first over coming up from the pavilion end. We're looking at the field, the slip in place. The third man, backward point, extra cover in the mid-off. On the onside, they got a man at backward square leg along with the mid-wicket and mid-on. And umpire calls the scorers. Are you ready? He wants to call play, adjusting the bails at the moment. So this is going to be a crucial game. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's the starting time of the second game. And we are spot on time to start the game at 2 o'clock. We've got a few seconds left as the umpire waits for the clock to turn 2 o'clock, has his hand out, stopping the bowler. Calls play. Now here we are, first ball coming up. Driven on the offside, straight towards the extra cover, there's no run. So Shanuka is still to score, he's got to score. Tanuja is at the non-strikers in, 1 ball bowled. Not for naught is Metropolitan Group at the moment. But they look to really get it going. So Sanuka Rukshan, 5 matches, top score 45, 130 runs in total. Strike rate is 91.55. And will he be making a big score today? Comes forward, pushes soft hands out with extra cover. That's well bowled again. Shian Sandaruan, the bowler, 2 balls, bang on target. Not giving anything away. He wants to keep the batsman quiet. And the only way to keep them quiet is bowl wicket to wicket. Don't give them width, don't bowl short. And can you do that on a regular basis? So Shian Sandaruan has played 40 matches. That's a lot of matches. 3 for 13 is best bowling figures. And look at the economy rate, 5.75. Bowls again. Again comes forward, plays a soft hand. Single being taken this time. Fumble on the field, allows the batsman to complete 1. So Shanaka is off the mark with 1. And the Metropolitan Group are 1 for no wicket. And this is where the fielding becomes so important. You can't misfield. You've got to really pick up every single ball that comes your way. Because the moment you misfield, you're allowing the batsman off the hook. So Rajapaksa, 78 matches. Top score 100. He's got 119 50s. And yesterday he batted superbly. And of course, can he carry that form in today? He was batting so well, but he threw his wicket away in the end. He's played 80 innings, 2,427 runs. And look at that strike rate, just a shade under 100. So he can really tear any bowling attack apart. So he takes guard, and now he's set to face his first ball with Metropolitan Group on 1 for no wicket. And here we are with Sandaruan to bowl to Rajapaksa. Rajapaksa looks on the field. They've got the slip still in place. And away he goes now to bowl to Rajapaksa. Outside the line of off stump. And shoulders, arms this time. Rajapaksa, and lets the wicket keeper collect it. So this Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026. We had 1 game this morning. Ceylon Tobacco took on Answer Textile Lanka Private Limited. It was a one-sided game. A play and a miss outside the line of off stump. That's well bowled again. Shian Sandaruan, bang on target. His bowled 5 deliveries, just given away 1 run. So the first game this morning, Answer Textiles made 184 for 7 in 20 overs, run rate 9.28. And Ceylon Tobacco PLC made 185 in 185 was required to score, and they made 152 for 7 in 20 overs. Next ball. Played defensive by Rajapaksa. They'll end the over. 1 over completed, and Metropolitan Group are 1 for no wicket. Yes, we're looking at the scorecard this morning when Ansel Textiles made 184 for 7 in their 20 overs, a run rate of 9.28, and Ceylon Tobacco Company, they needed to score 185 to win, but they made 152 for 7, and of course they lost by 32 runs. The run rate for Ceylon Tobacco was 7.73, but Ansel came out winners in that game and put so much pressure on Ceylon Tobacco as well. So this is match number 2 in progress. Metropolitan Group versus Mclarens Group. So Shanuka, the left hand, is on 1 in the first over. 1 for no wicket is Metropolitan Group. And Inesh Chamikar, 14 matches, 2 for 14 his best figures. Has picked up 9 wickets in all. Economy rate is not bad, 5.71. So he'll also want to put the pressure on the batsman at the moment. The first over was a very good first over. Let's see what happens in the second over. So we got the field placings at the moment. The slip has disappeared. The short fine leg we've got in place, along with the mid-wicket and a mid-on the onside. And the offside is a third man, a backward point. The extra cover and a deep mid-off. That's the field on the offside. As Chamikar on his way to bowl to Shanuka. Open the face of the bat, runs it down to third man. That's well played. Fast outfield. Looking for 2, but they settled for a single. Total up to 2 for no wicket is Metropolitan Group. And Tanuja has done all the scoring so far. Now Shanuka has done all the scoring so far. So Tanuja on strike. We know he's an experienced player. And also he's a very explosive player as he takes guard, the right-hander. Yesterday he batted superbly. Threw his wicket away in the end. But by then, Metropolitan Group were well and truly on their way to win that match. Right, so here's Chamikar again to bowl now to Tanuja Rajapaksa, the right-hander. Off the back foot, plays it out on the offside, straight to extra cover. That's well fielded. So you've got a backward point, a point extra cover in the mid-off on the offside with the third man. That's the field on the offside. On the onside now, they brought that fine leg into the 30-yard circle. A short fine leg, a mid-wicket and a mid-on. There's no man in the boundary, in fact. We can't see a man in the boundary. And Metropolitan Group wins the toss and batting first, 2 for no wicket. Next ball, down the track, trying to hoik it away on the onside. Doesn't make contact. He's out of the crease and realized that he had to get back, and he did so in time. So another dot ball. So Tanuja Rajapaksa space 5 balls and still to score. Let's see when he gets off the mark. Shanuka is on 2 of 4 balls. Inesh Chamikar, 3 balls and considered 1 run so far. The medium pacer from the far end of the grounds to bowl to Rajapaksa. Pulls it on the onside. In the air, field under, it is out caught, and Rajapaksa has gone. It's a big wicket that they picked up. Rajapaksa is a man who scored quick runs yesterday for Metropolitan, but today he perishes so quickly. He's faced 5 balls and tried to pull one on the onside. Didn't quite get hold of it. The ball ballooned towards that mid-wicket position, took a straightforward catch. And Rajapaksa goes without scoring. And there we go again. That's the shot that is played. It's too high. Perhaps took the splice of the bat when he came down at mid-wicket. The fielder was concentrating on the catch, stood still, took it cleanly. And that's the end of Rajapaksa. So Metropolitan Group are 2 for 1. Osha the Chaturanga has picked up the catch of Chamikar. And that's a big, big wicket for really the fielding side, Mclarens. Because he's a man who could score very quickly and score a lot of runs. And, of course, not to be today. So how he changes from day to day. Yesterday he got runs, today he's out without scoring. He's Senvi Ratna, so, or Rajapaksa rather. Right, so new man walks in. 1.4 overs completed. It's 2 for the loss of 1 wicket. And, of course, Metropolitan Group will look now to build a partnership. They'll look at these batsmen to get going. So, Inesh Chamikar, 4 balls, 1 for 1, his figures. And here's Chamikar on his way again. Going to flick it down the leg side. Wide call by the umpire. So one more to the total. Takes Metropolitan Group on to 3 for the loss of 1 wicket. That's got to be re-bowled by Chamikar. It's a lovely afternoon here in Panipitia. No great sunshine, pleasant conditions. Outside the line of off stump. And Sanchuka is the new batsman. He showed his arms. Wicket keeper collects, and Metropolitan Group are 3 for 1 after 1.5 overs. So Shanuka, he's on 2, he's faced 4 balls. Last ball of Chamikar is first over. Wrapped on the pad, trying to work it on the onside. They're going for a single. Was it leg by off the bat? Yes, leg by call by the umpire. They'll end the over as well. So 2 overs completed. Metropolitan Group are 5 for the loss of 1 wicket. With Shanuka on 2, Sanchuka still to score. And Ines Chamikar 1 over, 1 for 2. So excellent first over from Chamikar as well. Really put the pressure on the batsman as he picked up the wicket, and that was an important wicket of Rajapaksa, who pulled one in the arm on the onside and paid the penalty for that. There's the scorecard as well that came out. Early days of the scorecard. And Rukshan is not out on 2. Rajapaksa man out for no score. Pathirana is still to score. 2 extras in this total so far, of 4 for 1. And Shian Sundaruan, he will continue his second over on his way. Take him on the pad, try to play it on the onside. Half-hearted appeal, but not out, says the umpire as well. That's what really happened. Too high, way too high to even consider an LBW decision. So cramp problems coming in. As Sanchuka was on the ground. Now these are problems that players must really foresee before they play a match, especially on humid days, because you could get a cramp very easily. You need to keep those fluids going. You need to have the salt content as well in the body. If you don't have that, well, you will certainly cramp for sure. And now they're waiting for the umpires also coming in there. He's bending over, trying to get going again. There he goes on his haunches again. Drinking salt at this stage of no use at all, because it must take the salt before you get cramp, not after you get a cramp. Those are the lessons you will learn. The helmet is coming off. So Shan Sundarwan, 1.1 overs, no wicket for 1 run. And there we are with Sanchuka on his knees at the moment. Umpires taking a look at that as to what really is going on. And if it takes a long, long time, I'm pretty sure the umpires say, okay, you retire hurt and come back later to bat. Well, that could happen. The physio is out there. There he goes with the 2 knees, the physio. Trying to get things in order. Yes, most of these teams have physios because they realize that playing these short tournaments sometimes could be really, really troublesome. So the umpire walks across now. He's going to have a word with the batsman. And there we are. So the 2 legs being moved up as well. As the Metropolitan Group are 4 for the loss of 1 wicket. And we are in the 3rd over. 2.1 overs completed. Sundarwan has bowled 1. Look at that. This is what really happened. Wrapped him on the pad. But it was too high. There was no way you're going to get LBW decision. And then walks away from the crease. An ice bag has come out. You don't know the ice is going to help you. But certainly salt tablets will be the best thing to take. But you need to take that before the match starts. because all these hold up in play certainly delays the game to be completed. This is a T20 game. So he seems to be okay at the moment, Sanchuka. He's still to score as well. And Shian Sundaruan will continue. Well, gets his bat up. Not easy in these conditions. Got to be absolutely fit to play in these conditions. And one of the typical examples of being really fit for these conditions was Joe Root. Outside the line of off stump, extra bounce. Shoulders on, wicket-keeper collects. Talking about Joe Root, in fact, when he was here playing in the limited overs games, 3 long innings from him, and he never retired. He always batted through, and it was such a hot period of play that he was well prepared for the heat. And he got 2 50s and 100 in that one-day series, and that's what it's all about, to be prepared for hot and humid conditions, right? Next ball. Got an edge down third man. A diving stop on the boundary. That's well done. They pick up only 1 more run. So Sanchuka is off the mark. On 1, it's 5 for the loss of 1 wicket after 2.3 overs. Shian Sundaruan, 1.3 overs, none for 2. Shanuka comes back on strike again. He's on 2 of 4 balls. So the left-hander on strike got a left-hand, right-hand combination in the middle at the moment. Play and a miss outside the line of off stump. Shanuka trying to cut that one down to third man. You got to concentrate all the time. You got to practice these shots in the net, especially. You can't come out to the match sometimes and play some of these shots. We've seen batsmen going for hiari shots as well. It won't really work because you need to really practice these shots. Down the leg side, that's a wide. Beats the wicket keeper as well, down to the boundary for 4. So 5 runs to the batting side. They'll take it. That's a very poor delivery from Sundaruan. So takes the Metropolitan Group total on 10 for the loss of 1 wicket. Look at that down the leg side. Wicketkeeper got the awkward bounce, beat him. There was no stopping it. Outfields are so fast at the moment. Anything that passes the fielder will certainly end up in the boundary. Sundaruan has got 2 balls left in his second over. Oh, lifting outside the line of off stump. That's a lot of extra bounce. He's bent his back, in fact, to get so much of bounce on this track. They are matting wickets. You don't get so much of bounce on these tracks unless you really bend your back and dig it in. And that's what Sundaruan did that time. Well done to him. It's not easy to bend your back and bowl such deliveries on these tracks. Comes forward, takes it to the pad, the ball rolls out to the offside. That ends the over. Well bowled by Shian Sundaruan. Completes the second over. 3 done. Metropolitan Group are 10 for 1 after 3 overs. Shanuka is on 2 and Sanchuka is on 1. So quiet start to this game between Metropolitan Group and also Mclaren's Group, 2 leading mercantile companies battling it out. And there we have Metropolitan Group. Batting first up, winning the toss is 31.25. Mclaren's 36.36. Match has won batting first, 40% and 50%. And bowling first also is there, the statistics, outside the line of off stump. And Sanchuka trying to cut that one. It's too close to his body. Doesn't get a touch. Wicketkeeper collects, so it's a dot ball. Ines Chamikara, 1 for 2 of the 1.1 overs is bowled. Slight change of positions of fielders. The man who was fielding at extra cover now comes to long off. And the man at long off goes to extra cover. Nicely played. Beats the fielder. That's down to the boundary. That's 4. The moment he beats the fielder, well, there's no stopping it. And Sanchuka timed it well, picked the gap beautifully between backward point and extra cover. And he raced the boundary for 4. So takes Sanchuka on to 5. There we are. That's what really happened. Drives away on the offside. A dive from the man at backward point. No chance to cut that off. So it's 14 for 1 after 3.2 overs for Metropolitan Group. So Chanaka, 1.2 overs, 1 for 6 his figures. Driven to the onside, straight towards mid-on this time. No chance of a run. You've got to take calculated risks. You've got to really play the bowling on its merits first of all in the first few overs. You don't need to throw your wickets away by playing some loose shots or rash shots. Your side needs a good stand, a good partnership when they open the innings. And that's what it's all about in T20 cricket. Driven well, but the man at extra cover does well to field. That's well stopped. The ball is travelling at the rate of knots, in fact, there. That's smart fielding. So total remains at 14 for the loss of 1 wicket. There's that stop coming in again. Collects it, dives over. Doesn't allow the single to be taken. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump, trying to play across the line this time is Sanchuka. That's when frustration sets in. You can see it on the face of the batsman. When he gets frustrated, he can't really get back to ball. He can't hit it round to the boundary. So Inesh Chamikara at the top of his mark at the far end again to bowl to Sanchuka on 5. Comes forward, pushes out to the offside, straight to extra cover. That lengthy over. 4 overs completed. Metropolitan Group of 14 for the loss of 1 wicket. Sanchuka is on 5. Shanuka is on 2. Inesh Chamikara 2 overs, 1 for 6 his figures. And he's bowled superbly so far. So the field crosses over for another over to start up. That is the 5th over. Slow start for Metropolitan Group, unlike yesterday, where they got runs pretty quickly. But today they lost that wicket-keeper batsman early in the first over. Changes bowling. Ethan Ransilige comes on. Now the medium pacer from the pavilion end. Down the leg side, helped on its way down to fine leg boundary for 4. That's a poor delivery to start with. Sanchuka just helped it on its way. Swiveled round and put his back feet. It raced the boundary for 4. Look at that. There we go. That's what really happened. These are bonus runs, in fact, for Metropolitan Group. Total up to 18 for 1 after 4.5 overs. Lofted on the offside, fielder under it. Takes a catch, and there we are. So Metropolitan lose their 2nd wicket. Another very soft dismissal of Shanuka. He got a boundary going and then threw his wicket away, trying to loft one on the offside. And Metropolitan Group are 18 for the loss of 2 wickets. There we go again. This is what really happened. Look at the shot being played. Tried to play it on the onside, perhaps a leading edge. Fielder got under it, kept his eyes on the ball, made no mistake with the catch. And took it quite comfortably in the end. So 18 for 2. Shanuka Rukshan, the man out, caught by Sadish Gamage of Ethan Ransilige. So Ransilige picks up his 1st wicket in his 1st over. So players get round each other, have a little word, a little chat as well as projections. So Ransilige has bowled 2 balls. His figures are 1 for 4. The first ball to the rank, bad delivery down the leg side. It was turned down to final leg for 4. And the second ball, he picked up a wicket. Right, so here we are with Ransilige to bowl the third ball of his over, the first over. 18 for 2, Metropolitan Group. So no slip in place. There's the short third man. The backward point, extra cover. A cover and mid-off on the offside. On the onside, a man at fine leg, deep backward square leg on the boundary, mid-wicket and mid-on. Prashant Wickramasinghe, the new man in. Played soft hands. Getting 1. That's good running. Off the mark straight away is Prashant. Takes the total of 19 for 2 after 4.3 overs. Sanchuka comes on strike again. He's on 5 of 11 balls. Return Ransilige to bowl the 4th ball of his first over to Sanchuka. Outside the line of off stump. Shoulders, arms is Sanchuka. Wicket keeper collects, so another dot ball. $19 for 2, Metropolitan Group. Winning the toss and batting first is match number 2 of the 15th of February. Sanchuk runs in but stops in his stride, perhaps missed his run-up as well. Ransilige, 1 for 5 his figures. 2 balls left to the 5th over. 19 for 2 is the Metropolitan Group. Drives handsomely. That's well played. That's running down to the extra cover boundary for 4. No stopping that. The moment it beats the fielders, it's going to run into the boundary. Like we said, the outfield is lightning fast at the moment. And takes the Metropolitan Agency's total on to 23 for 2. Look at that. The shot being played. It was in the air, but there was no fielder in that area of a point. Helped its way to the boundary. Sanchuka moves on to 9. 23 for 2 out of 4.5 overs. Prashant is on 1. Ransilige, last ball of first over. 1 for 9 his figures. Played soft hands. Forward defensive. The ball runs down to short third man. That's lengthy over. 5 completed. Metropolitan Group at 23 for 2. Sanchuka on 9 and Prashant on 1. And Ethan Ransilige 1 for 9 from his 1 over. And now for the next 5 overs in your commentary, it's going to be Dhamika.
Thank you so much, Arik. Having a look at batting so far. 2 wickets down, not too many runs on the board. They are under pressure. 2 fast bowlers, I thought, got them off to a very good start. Batsman out, skipper Rukshan out for 6. And their most enterprising batter, Rajapaksa out for naught. In early troubles, something special got to give Inesh Chamikara. He's been brilliant. Little bit of room outside the off stump, pushes away and gets a single. Sanchuka, very aggressive player who always on the lookout for pick-up boundaries. Prashant, it will be interesting to see what will be his approach. Things were far better for them at this stage yesterday. Oh, that was short enough, but finds a fielder, unfortunately. It's just a matter of getting few meters to either side. He could have easily picked up a boundary. That was there to be hit. Sanchuk on 9, 15 deliveries. Uncharacteristic. Someone who almost always on the lookout for big heaves. That sounded nice. But straight to the field at extra cover region. Complete contrast when it comes to fielding standards from Mclaren's group. Early in the day we had a game, both the teams not living up to the standards when it comes to fielding. But Mclaren's one of the teams to look out for. Win here. We put them in the top position, gets a quick finger. Good cricket all round. Not a bad piece of bowling by Ines Charmikara in line, just maybe outside the line of the off stump. And Shanshuka gets a single. When you look at how things panned out yesterday, Pan Asia Bank 5 down for 24. But through a wonderful partnership, they got up to 150 plus. And this is exactly what. Oh, that's a nice shot. Had enough in the slot and in fact gone all the way. That's excellent batting. Prasan decided enough is enough in the slot for the first time in a Shamikara, and he's been punished. Excellent shot down the ground over wide long on region. Oh, that'll give you a great deal of confidence, I can tell you. Plenty of good players winning their first game yesterday. Far better side than that, having played 4 matches. Well played. Gets a quick single. That's good cricket. Picked up a 6 over wide long on region. Knew immediately, read the mind of the bowler. Gets a single, moved to the other end. Expensive over after 6:32 for 2. They've done well. Shehan Sandaruan and Ines Charmikara got them off to a very good start. Ransiligi coming in, picking up a wicket. Was expensive. Very deceiving bowler. Looks like skipper about to bring in more changes. Ashan Mullegama coming into the attack. Another right arm seamer by the look of it. Considering how well they played during this tournament, played 4 matches. Lost their game against very strong 8 spins. Very impressive figures. 22.06. And economy slightly on the higher side, but 4 for 17 gives you an indication that he's a wicket taker. At this stage, they can afford to have just maybe one catching fielder at slips, maybe forward short leg. It all depends on your bowling patterns. Here's Mullegama. Good hands. Let the ball come on to you, worked it away onto third and gets a single. It is very important at this stage after losing 2 wickets. They need to stitch out a partnership. They know for a fact they are up against a very strong team, performed outstandingly well and on the lookout for the top spot in this Group A encounter. As usual, it's a double header here. That's poor. This is about experimenting. Seam bowlers, one in swinger, almost a compulsion to go for an out swinger and immediately losing the shape. But I thought Sandaruan and Charmikara did fairly good job apart from a couple of wides. They almost always hit the right line and then a little bit of bounce. Nicely steered away but straight to the fielder. Well-rounded side, good all-round team, Mclarens. Another team to watch out going into the second round. The chances are Mclarens and Aitken spins hold the upper hand when it comes to moving on to the second round. Both the teams have played 4 matches each, won 3, lost just a game. It was a surprising loss for Aitken spins the other day against Pan Asia Bank. But unfortunately, Pan Asia not living up to the standards set for themselves yesterday. Beaten by Metropolitan quite convincingly. It was a comfortable victory. Goes against the line of the delivery. Luckily, landed safely. Good piece of fielding. Just as I mentioned, well-rounded. Quite a few good players. Skipper, 2 opening bowlers. They got players amongst the runs in good form. 2 opening bowlers. Outstanding. Now this man, in meanwhile, given away 4 runs. An edge. This should go all the way. Fast outfield. And the third man was little wider. Stood no opportunities. Excellent return for Sanchuka. If it's there to be hit, he's a sort of a player who will go for it. Did exactly that. Not exactly where he intended, but he'll take that. 4 runs. Excellent result. Very good over. 8 runs already taken. A full toss. There is a deep fielder. First power play done. They are still persisting with few fielders inside. Very good over under the circumstances. 9 of Mullegama's first over. 7 done, 41 for 2. Once again, having a look at the batting card, Skipper and Rajapaksha batted excellently well yesterday. Excellent first figure stand, paved the way for their victory. But today, unfortunately, both of them back in the hut. Something special got to give. It's a busy day when it comes to mercantile cricket. And our good friend, Eric Gowder, has been talking about huge World Cup encounter. India-Pakistan, a cracker. Oshaja Chaturanga comes into the attack, 26 wickets, 4 for 39. He's a proper bowler. So they have a few good seam bowlers already on display. Ransilige, Chamikara, Sandaruwan and Chaturanga comes into the attack. Oh, that's a nice looking shot through extra cover region. No need to run. Got plenty behind that shot. Wasn't a bad delivery, I can tell you. Wasn't a fuller delivery, just wide enough, little bit of room outside the off stump. And just like that, beautiful bat swing. Got it into the gap. And the outfield will does the rest as usual here. And we are talking about 160 plus bar score. And if they play like that, despite losing 2 wickets, they will definitely give themselves a good opportunity and make this game a very, very interesting one. Well bowled, equally well played. Soft hands, gentle touch, gets another single. Sanchuka looks good, he batted beautifully yesterday right here. And Chaturanga immediately proven very expensive. Just 2 deliveries into his spell. Already conceded 5 runs. There you go, immediately projected scores have gone up. The value of staying out there in the middle. We saw few teams in such a hurry, just like they're late for something, just about trying to hit everything out of the park. Didn't really work, and all out for 60, 80, 50. Doesn't look pretty, but these 2 teams out here, proper teams, proper talent, and well drilled, of course, well trained. Inner part of the bat almost dragged that one, came off the inside edge into the pads. He gets a single in any case. For those who are just joining us on Sporty.lk, this is the game number 2 coming your way. It's a double header as usual, sticking to T20 traditions. Mclarens taking on Metropolitan. 2 good teams. This should be a close one. We were hoping for a close game yesterday. Didn't materialize. That's a good shot. That's more like it. Beautiful bat swing. Excellent wrist work. Gets one over mid-wicket region and gone all the way. We'll have another look. In towards the batter. No intention of keeping it down. Sailing over square leg region for a 6. Excellent over. Serious momentum. 12 runs already with 2 deliveries to come. Osha the Chaturanga found himself under pressure. 53 for 2. They were tottering at the beginning, lost 2 wickets early. Now these two have decided that they're going to dig deep. Sanchuk on 27, 24 deliveries and Prashant on 12, just 7 deliveries. Things looking up for Metropolitan Group once again. Something must have broken the concentration of the batsman. Very fast outfield. As a fielder, you got to work hard. That's good cricket. Excellent stuff right in front of our eyes. Mercantile F Division T20 tournament, 24 teams vying for glory. We are fast reaching the conclusion of first round, and we've already identified few very good teams behind the 8th over. 54 for 2. Good recovery after losing 2 wickets. Sanchuka looks very good, 28 of 25. And it's all about Prashant providing him much needed support. Short pitch. Came off the glove, it seems. But fielder, for a strange reason, decided to circle around it. It provided ample opportunities for them to come back for the second. Excellent over, 15 runs off, 8 done, 56 for 2. They've been maintaining a run rate of 7 runs per over. That'll help them get close to 140. They keep enough wickets in hand towards the last 5 overs, last 7 overs. They will obviously give themselves a very solid foundation to launch on. That's the customary playing pattern as skipper bringing in more changes. Hasindu Pereira comes into the attack. Spin in action for the first time. 30 matches, 24 wickets and 3 for 30. Crucial stage. Metropolitan Group looking to break free and bringing in more changes. Room outside the off stump into the deep. Should only be a single. It's a pretty wide outfield, just about 65 yards radius from the center. Few areas pretty rough patches, but overall excellent facility. And a little bit of bounce, chasing one outside the off stump. That was there to be hit. Just maybe wasn't anticipating a short pitch delivery. Pereira. Nicely played. Gets another single. He'll be a busy chap there at sweeper cover region. Hasindu Pereira into his first over. Very important stage. This passage, this 5 to 6 overs will decide where Metropolitan Group will eventually ends up. Well-crafted plan. Not going for fuller deliveries. Bowling it short outside the off stump and got protection for that. They'll be asking questions from the batter. If you're ready, take a risk. That's well played once again. Good cricket all round. Sharp single, fielder tumbling over, prevented anything more than single being taken. Once again, there was a stifle appeal by the wicket keeper, but the umpire obviously wasn't interested. 9 gone, 60 for 2. Once again, bowling Shahan Sundaruan, though didn't pick up a wicket. He was excellent. Charmikara picked up a wicket, given away 15. Very good. Ethan Ransiligi just rolled his arm over for an over, got another wicket. 2 down for 60. It's about laying out a solid foundation. Now they have 8 wickets in hand. Few strong hitters coming down the line. They can pretty much put their eyes of a score around 170. If one could stay out there in the middle till the 15th or maybe 17th over, that will be the ideal scenario. Struck well into the deep end, gets a boundary. Superb stuff. Prashant decided it's time to join the party. Was the bad delivery, I can tell you. Ashan Mullegama now found himself under serious pressure, predominantly angling his deliveries in towards the batter, made it little easier for the batsman. He knew where the fielders are. Sanchuka moves to 30, and with that boundary, Prashant moves to 20. Oh, coming down the track. Was it necessary? The answer is no. Already picked up a boundary. It's just a matter of picking up a few singles, and eventually loose deliveries will be on offer. A full toss. Those may be a slower delivery. Peculiar looking shot. Would have ideally gone for a big booming drive over the covers region. Just maybe the ball not coming out of the hand. And variation, slower delivery for Ashan Mullegama. Little bit of bounce. Gone for a slash, but eventually missing it, and umpire decided to give that one a wide. One more run to the total. First reaching the halfway mark, Metropolitan Group getting out of trouble. Few boundaries, loved them. Now they'll be looking at something around 170, if not more. Oh, that's a good shot. Absolutely no worries. Just a gentle flick. He played a couple of similar shots yesterday and makes no mistakes. Another 6. That's good cricket. Excellent wrist work. Fabulous improvisation. Gets another 6, and Mullegama has been provided expensive. 20 runs already given away. 6 and a boundary and a wide with a couple of deliveries to come. Ideal stage, a boundary or 2 would make it a very big over. .4 overs. Group A encounter coming to you live from Dharmapala College Grounds, Panipitiya. Right throughout the tournament, right throughout the day, available to you on Sporty.lk. Oh, that's a nice shot. Sounded really good and gets it over the fielder's head. The fielder, a mere spectator. Superb stuff. And Prashant getting into the act. Serious momentum. That wasn't a bad ball. Beautiful swing of the bat. Earns them another 6. 77 for 2. Here's the final delivery. Way outside the off stump. He's under pressure. Mullegama. I think just maybe skipper missing the trick. Yet another spin bowler from that end. Maybe the right way to go about it. But he went for 2 overs from the same bowler who was already under pressure. And that's another huge 6. That's the way to do it. 3 sixes and a boundary. Huge over. That's the kind of over they were hoping for after 1084 for 2. Take a look at it. That wrist work. And he had no intention of keeping it down. Sailing over the fielder's head for another 6. Halfway stage, things looking good for Metropolitan 84 for 2.
Right, so here we are. Drinks on the field at the moment. After 10 overs and halfway stage of this innings. And Metropolitan Group have reached 84 for 2. They won the toss, needed to bat first. And my word, that last over, what an over that was. Look at the scorecard. Rukshan made 6 with 1 boundary. Rajapaksa was disappointing day. He made a 40-odd yesterday, but today out for no score. And now Pathiran on 30. With Vikram Singh on 38 doing the damage for the bowling. 10 extras in that total of 84 for 2 with Hasidhu Perran to bowl his second over. None for 4 in his 2 overs. And Sanchuka is on strike at the moment. So this is another good partnership coming along for the Metropolitan Group. Right, so Hasidhu Perran at the top of his mark. Field well spread at the moment. Oh, way outside the line of off stump. That's a wide call. Got to re-bowl that. Takes Metropolitan Group on to 85 for the loss of 2 wickets. Short again outside the line of off stump. Cut away on the offside. Beats the man at extra cover. Down towards sweeper for a single. So 86 for 2 after 10.1 overs. Sanchuka moves to 31, brings Prashant on 38 to take strike. Hasidhu Perra into his second ball. Again off the back foot, forced away, but well stopped at extra cover. That's brilliant fielding. Stopped the ball because he knew if it passed him, perhaps they'll go to the boundary. Cut away again. There we are. That's dropped. Straight to the fielder. He's hurt his hand in the meantime. Let's take a look at that. That was a close call, in fact, for Sanchuka. And how you can hurt your hand sometimes. Going for those little catches. Oh, well bowled. Grip and turn. A little bit extra bounce as well. That's well bowled by Hasidhu Perra. Look at that again. Cut away, straightforward catch. Pulled in the deep, This time caught by the wicket keeper. He had one life in the over and then went for another big heave and lost his wicket. His Sanchukka. He should have gone through that phase without throwing his wicket away. He batted well for 31. And Hasindu Perera picks up his first wicket after 1.4 overs. We'll look at that again. There he goes, heaving that on the offside. Just went up, didn't have very much to do as the wicket keeper came along. With his gloves, took the catch. Saminder, the wicket keeper, and the Metropolitan Group lose their third wicket. 87 for 3 after 10.5 overs. So Patsi runner caught by Saminder Fernando of Hasindu Perera for 31. Dhanuka, the new batsman who walks out to join Prashant, who's on 39. So Metropolitan Group, who won the toss, needed to bat first, perhaps looking for a total about 170. Then get there, it will be a very good total. Mclaren's group will have to really bat out of their skin to get that. So Hasindu Perera has got one more ball in his second over. 1 for 7 his figures right now. So left hand on strike, taking guard. Dhanuka Fernando, 16 matches. Top score 26 not out. Average is 22, nothing much on average. Plays gently on the onside. Down towards long on for a single. Off the mark straight away is Dhanuka. So 11 overs completed. And Metropolitan Group are 88 for 3 with Prashant on 39. Dhanuka is on 1. Hasindu Perera, 2 overs, 1 for 8. A quiet afternoon here at Panipitia. The weather conditions still the same like we saw in the morning. The sun hidden behind some clouds. It didn't show up the whole of today, the sun. So it was pleasant conditions for the players in the first match as well. That was match number 1. That was worked off in the morning at 9:45. That was a game between Ceylon Tobacco and Ansel Textiles, which Ansel Textiles won quite comfortably in the end. And now the second game, Metropolitan Group versus Mclaren's Group. And Metropolitan Group win the toss and batting first, 88 for 3 after 11 overs. Dhanuka on 1. And here's Lahuru Amarasekara. 85 matches. Look at those figures. Best bowling 6 for 21. Played gently. Not taking the single. It beats the fielder at a point. Went down towards that sweeper cover region, but the batsman opted not to take a single. Well, unless Dhanuka wants the strike, or Prashant wants the strike, to hit those big sixes. Lahuru Amarasekara, his first over. So Prashant is on 39 of 19 deliveries. He's over number 12 that's on at the moment. Changes the field. They bring another man on the offside. Packed offside field, short third man, backward point. We'll come to it in a moment. Wait for the sweep. Question asked. The batsman pick up a single. He's off the bat on the pad. We'll wait for the umpire's call. He got bat to that, yes. So there's no chance of an LBW. So Prashant gets one more run. Takes him out to 40. 90 for 3 after 11.2 overs. Brings Dhanuka on strike once again. The left-hander. Cut away. Well fielded. The return comes in to wicket keeper. Has the bails off. Asked the question, but the batsman perhaps was home. He was looking for one. Sent back, turned round, came back quickly. That's Dhanuka for you. We'll look at that again. So what really happened? There we go. Cut away in there for a while. Of the bounce, it's taken that short third man. There's the return coming in. So 90 for 3 after 11.2 overs. So Dhanuka, the man out. short of his ground. The umpire raised the finger. Well, now Metropolitan agencies will need a partnership or Metropolitan Group. They're on 90 for 3 after 11.2. Mclaren's group have done well to pick up these 3 wickets. So Lahiru is taking guard, the left-hander. Lahiru Abid Singh, 55 matches, top score 93. 850s as well to his credit. And they amassed 1,488 runs. So this is a good batting average for Lahiru. Oh, well bowled. Extra bounce this time from Amarasekara. Beat the batsman, all ends up. Play gently on the offside. Single being taken. That's good running. Excellent running because you need to take those quick singles. Rotate the strike. 91 for 4 after 11.5. Brings Prashant on 40 to take strikes. So Lahiru is off the mark with 1. Amarasekara, last ball of his first over. None for 3 his figures. So the man at backward square leg dropping down to the boundary. A deep backward square leg. In the block hole, digs it out. Extra cow fields, end of the over. Well bowled by Amarasekara. 12 overs completed. Metropolitan Group on 91 for 4 out of 12 overs. The run rate is 7.58. Prashant on 40, Lahiru on 1. And Lahiru Amarasekara 1 over, none for 3. So if you missed out the first part of this game, the news is that Metropolitan agencies, they won the toss and needed to bat first. The game against Mclaren's group as well. Metropolitan certainly has success batting first in the last couple of days. We've seen that where they won their matches. Hasan Dupera to continue. It's about 2 overs, 1 for 8 his figures. Shout again for LBW. Smile from the umpire. Nice to see him smiling. There we go again. Too high over the knee roll. Can't get the LBW, Hasindu. That's worked away. Down to his backward square leg this time. So Lahiru picks up 1 more run. Total up to 92 for 4 up to 12.2. And Metropolitan Group will look to maybe get to about 170. That must be the target they have in mind. But they lost in a couple of wickets actually from batsmen who were scoring runs. So Prashant is the man there on 40. That's a wide. Way outside the line of off stump. And 1 more to the total. 93 for 4. It's got to be re-bowled as well. And this one is lofted in the air, falls in no man's land. They get 1. The ball runs out towards the short, fine leg position. They come back for the second run. That's excellent running. They need to take those 2 runs. But the ball was in the air for quite some time. There's no fielder in that area. Normally you see the short, fine leg set by all these teams. But this time there was nobody on the onside. In fact, on the onside, they've got just the 2 men. Another wide outside the line of off stump. You look at the field on the onside, they got the deep backward square leg and a long on. There's nobody in between that. So there's so many gaps on the onside that the batsman could just play gently, pick up a couple of runs off the back foot, forced away on the offside. Well fielded. Inside the boundary, another single. So they got to realize that the onside is an area that they could really, really score runs off. when the right hand is on strike. Now the field changes for the left hand at the moment. That's Lahiru. Sweeps and sweeps well. Well fielded on the boundary at deep mid-wicket as well, so only a single. Jacinto Pereira, 2.4 overs, 1 for 14 his figures. So once again, the huge gaps on the onside. Pulls this one away on the offside. Sweeper runs across to his right doing the fielding. But only a single this time. They need to put the pressure on the fielder. They need to take that first run quickly and look to come back for the second run. That's what it's all about. Another over completed, 13 completed. And the Metropolitan Group are 99 for 4. Lahiru on 3 and Prashant on 44. Jacinto Pereira, 3 overs, 1 for 16. So there's the bowling card as well. Shayan Sundaruwan opened the bowling. 2 overs, 1 for 7. Iresh Shamikara, 1 for 15. Ransilige, 1 for 9. And after that is going to be Ashan Muligama, who's run for 33 from 2 overs, very expensive. Ocean the Chaturanga bowled the 1 over 15. And Lahiru Amarasekara 1 over for 3 with Jacinto Pereira 3 overs, 1 for 16. 13 extras in the total. That's a lot of extras indeed. So a new over starts up from the far end. Lahiru Amarasekara, he's on strike. Or Prashant is on strike. Lahiru Amarasekara, the bowler. 99 for 4 after 13 overs. Prashant is on 44 of 24. Works it nicely on the onside. Plays very, very softly towards mid-wicket for a single. A big gap at mid-wicket as well. So that's where you can pick up a single very comfortably. But having said that, the batsman must look to accelerate the scoring. They need to really take that first run hard and fast and look for the seconds all the time in T20 cricket. And that's our spectator, the man who's around here all the time. Again, played his soft hands out towards short third. Another single been taken. That's good running. That's excellent running between the wickets. You need to keep the scoreboard moving. So 100 comes up for Metropolitan Group. It's 101 for 4 after 13.2 overs. Prashant is on 45 on strike. He's the man who could really do some damage to the Mclarens bowlers. He's batted a long time. Faced 25 balls for his 45. Played gently on the onside. Out towards long on this time for a single. So Prashant moves on to 46, in fact, with that single. Off the back foot, forced to be on the onside. And long on Deswell. He gets a hand to it, takes the pace of the ball. Make sure it won't cross over to the boundary. That's well fielded. You need to throw yourself and do the fielding. That's what it's all about. He did that well. And this one is played on the onside down towards deep mid-wicket. Again, picked up inside the boundary. Didn't quite get power on that. The timing was not good. But nevertheless, gets a single for it. Nicely played again by Lahiru. Plays it on a sweeper, gets one more run. That will end the over. 14 will be completed. We're still having a problem now again with our scorecard at the bottom of the screen. Right, that's fixed up. 105 for 4 after 14 overs. Prashant is on 47. Lahiru is on 6. And Lahiru Amarasekara 2 overs, done for 9, his figures. And there's the batting card. Rukshan and Sanjay Rajapaksa, well, they put on only 2 runs. Rukshan and Sachula, they put on 16, then a partnership of 69 for the third wicket between Prashant Vikramasinghe and Sachun Dilshan Patirana. 3 runs between Vikramasinghe and Danuka Fernando. And now 7 runs between Prashant Vikramasinghe and Lahuru. Or Prashant Vikramasinghe. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. 105 for 4 after 14 overs. Hasindu Perron's come again. That's played a very nicely on the onside. Deep mid-wicket runs across. There's the fielding. That's smart cricket. Prevents the second run being taken. Only a single. He's done a lot of work on the boundary, in fact, this man. So it's 106 for 4. We're in the 15th over at the moment. Hasindu Perra into his 4th and final over. 3.1 overs. 1 for 17 his figures. Short, cracked away on the offside. Well, he's held that so well. That was going so low. And that was a wicket that they wanted, the Mclarens Group. We'll look at that again, because that is a crack catch indeed, to be taken very low at extra cover. And that's what really turns games around sometimes. Here we go again. Look at where it's pitched. Look at the shot coming in there, the shot being played. The ball dying on the fielder, picks it up beautifully at short extra cover. And, of course, Metropolitan Group lose their 5th wicket, 106 for 5. In the 15th over, Prashant Vikramasinghe, well, he got going, he got a good start, got 47. But that wicket has really put pressure once again on Metropolitan Group to get a big total, perhaps about 170 or so. Romesh, the new batsman, walks out, joins Lahuru. And Hasindu Perra, 3.2 overs, 2 for 17 his figures. So Lahuru is on 7 of 9 balls at the moment. The run rate is 7.40. Romesh Perra, 16 matches. Top score 36. Good strike rate, 125.37. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump. Tempting the batsman by just floating that up outside the line of off stump. So dot ball. Of the back foot. Plays for a single. So Romesh Perra is off the mark with one, and we remember Romesh Perra's feats yesterday. He picked up 3 wickets and 3 runs in the very first over of the innings. He broke the back of the batting, the opponent's batting. That was an excellent spell when he got those 3 wickets and 3 runs the first over. Lahuru is on strike. Heaves that one on the onside, down to deep mid-wicket. Into the boundary for 4. That's a good shot. Valuable boundary coming in for Metropolitan Group. Takes them on to 107 for 5. Much needed boundary for them. Look at that. As he heaves it on the onside. And Longhorn had no chance in cutting that off. He was looking to get some hand on that, but no way. And Lahuru goes on to double figures. 11 of 10 balls, 111 for 5. The last ball, the 15th. Pulled away on the onside again. That goes all the way for 6. What over this has been from Hasindu Perra. His last over, 10 runs coming off the last 2 balls. And 15 overs completed. And Metropolitan Group have just raced away with that 6 as well. 10 runs of 2 balls. And look at that, as to where that went. It went straight over the deep mid-wicket. So Lahuru moves on to 17. Rumesh on 1. Hasindu Perra, 4 overs, 2 for 28. And to take it through to the end of this innings, it's going to be your friend and mine, Damika.
Metropolitan Group reasonably well placed. Lost 5 wickets. They would have loved to have lost lesser number of wickets. But they have Lahuru Amarasekara, who's on 17, looks good. That's huge 6 over mid-wicket region, given them serious momentum to approach the final 5 overs. A full toss down the ground. And we got a situation where Lahiru bowled to Lahiru. Lahiru Amarasekara bowls to Lahiru Amarasinghe. 118. And we are in the 16th over. Just as I said, reasonably well placed. But they'd ideally love to have lost lesser number of wickets. Off the back foot, straight to the field and gets it through the infield. Now he's the aggressor, moves to 21 with that excellent boundary. Let the ball come on to you, had enough pace. He's very quickish shot of a right underneath. He was driving on top of it. Not the best piece of fielding in any case. 5 runs, excellent start, Amarasekara. That's well bowled. Shorten the length a little bit and a little closer towards the stumps. Ideal way to go. 122. They must be thinking of scoring something around 170, 180, if not more, to put pressure on the opposition. And here comes the throw. Direct hit. Is in. Excellent running between the sticks. Lahiru and Romesh. Now sticking to a task. A responsibility for Romesh right now is to get Lahiru on strike as much as possible. Projected scores 157. They'll take that. But to challenge, very strong batting lineup for Mclarens. 180. Too far away. Oh, that one bounced prodigiously. In and around, good length. Just maybe hit something. And it's a no ball. My goodness. Here's the opportunity for Romesh to free his arms. Added run to the total, and here comes the free hit. It wasn't given a no ball. In fact, our good friend indicating that it was given a no ball. Wasn't the case. Just a single. A very good over so far. And so that's the completion of the 16th. Things moving along really nicely for Metropolitan. 124 for 5. The 17th crucial stage. Shahan Sandurwan back into the attack. Did a fine job initially. Gentle dab and gets a single. Proper seam bowler. Bowled really well. Great deal of pace and bounce to start with. And he had just about in trouble. It was a quiet period to start things off for Metropolitan Group. Lost a couple of wickets. And left arm seamer and Shahan Sandurwan controlling things up front. After that, now pretty much breakthrough. 22 of 14. Now he's the main man controlling things out there in the middle for Metropolitan Group. 125 for 5. They can get 40 runs, maybe 50. That will be a very, very competitive total. Oh, sounded nice off the bat. Fielder comes around, just a single, no real damage. Shehan Sundarwan into his third over, given away just 9 runs. Just a couple of deliveries down the leg side, everything else perfect. Oh, that's it. I just said perfect. He got a perfect yorker. In-swinging yorker, and the batsman had absolutely no answers. What a fine piece of bowling. We must have another look at that. That's superb. Any format, any day of the week, that'll do the job for you. Deservedly so, picking up his first wicket, Shehan Sundarwan. 2 overs, 1 for 9. Excellent figures. Batsman out. Ramesh Perera for 4, keeping Lahiru a company for a while. Well, now he's walking back. 6 down for 126. You need a bowler like Shehan Sundarwan at this stage. You gets it right 10 times, I'll tell you, you're bound to get results. Beautiful in-swinger. Yomal Kitsiri, 6 matches, 105 runs, best of 49. Strike rate, very good. Average, need to improve, 17.5. Very important stage. They have only 4 wickets now. Just maybe sliding down the leg side. He's a bowler. If you find out a good area to bowl at, keep bowling the same area. That's a good trait if you are a fast bowler. Predominantly swinging in towards the batsman. And at this stage, just about all the batsmen on the lookout for boundaries. There you go. Beautiful shape in towards the batter. He had no clue. Prodigious in swing, and just maybe the commentator's curse. Sliding one down the leg side, still only conceded 3 runs. Very good over. So after this, Sundarwan got one more up his sleeve and started strongly. Middle period belongs to Metropolitan, and looks like Mclarens. Oh, inside edge, and 4 lucky runs for Yomal Kitsiri. Definitely not the way he intended that one to go, but definitely the intended results. That in-swinger going for an almighty heave on the onside. Came off the inside edge, luckily away from the stumps and away for boundary. And that'll do it. So it was a very good over up until then. Picked up a wicket, given away just 3 runs. Now 7 runs already given away. Another boundary here will set things up really nicely for Metropolitan. Straight to the fielder. No single conceded. Mixed bag. Picked up a wicket, conceded few runs. 17 gone, 131 for 6. Those are the partnerships. That crucial 4th wicket stand. 69 runs of just 39 deliveries. Prashant and Sanchuka resurrected things for Metropolitan Group. Got them off to a decent position now. Tailenders, lower middle order, trying to get the best out of the bowlers. And he's the man who should be on strike. At least 10 out of 18 deliveries well bowled. On a good length, gentle dab, only a single. Ideally, he should be on strike for the entirety of the over, but instead decided to go for a single, trusting his partner Yomal. 154. Projected scores have come down. They're going to need a couple of big overs to put pressure on very strong Mclarens Group batting lineup. almost always look at the cow corner. Struck well. Oh, right through the legs. I can tell you that's never a good feeling. There to be hit. Big swat. Oh, right through the legs. Gone through the tunnel. Boundary. Momentum. Now seriously on Metropolitan Group. How many boundaries they can pick will determine what sort of a score they put on the board. Quicker. Oh, that's more like it. Strong batsman. Now I know the reason why Lahuru took a single. In the slot. Big heave over the cow corner. Favorite direction. He picks up a 6. That's a quicker delivery. One would argue that the ideal way to go about it. Goes a long way up. Had enough distance. Cut away. Over extra cover fielder. Well fielded. Never easy. When you are at the edge of the boundary. Powerful strikers. Comes off the bat really nicely. And fielded as well. Just a single. Still a very good over. 12 runs off. 2 more deliveries to come. This is the ideal scenario. Lahuru on strike. Very well done. Gets a single. Keep the scoreboard ticking. At this stage. Ideally, these 2 batters should be there till the end. We are fast reaching the end of the 18th over. And it was a good one. They've been expecting few big overs. Can they make it even bigger? Misses it. Just maybe try to hit it too hard. Excellent over nevertheless. 18 overs done, 144 for 6. .31 for Pathirana. An excellent knock by Prashant Wickramasinghe, missing out on a well-compiled half-century, 4 huge sixes and a boundary. And useful contributions from Lahuru Abeysinghe, who's on 25. And Yomal Kitsri looks to be the aggressor, who's on 15. 14 extras, 18 overs gone, 12 more deliveries to come. It's going to be some fireworks, I have no doubts. Shehan Sundarwan into his final over. Excellent day so far. Previous over taken a bit of a tap. Trying to find the block hole. Go straight. Oh, excellent piece of fielding, I can tell you. In this division, you've seen plenty of fielders not being able to stop that sort of a shot. Powerful down the ground. Abeysinghe moves to 27. That'll give us a good shot. Right over the bowler's head. And 100% commitment. Wonderful to see. Struck nicely. Is it in the gap? And that'll do it. They're going to need at least a boundary, if not 2. This is the penultimate over. Already 6 runs off. He's a strong hitter. There's no doubt as to which region they favors. And that's over mid-wicket region, wide long on region, and from time to time peppering deep backward square leg region. Lahuru moves to 31. Trying to find the block hole, just a single. That'll do it. Experienced bowler Shehan Sundarwan, I can tell you. Reading the mind of the batsman. He knew both the batters always on the lookout to whip everything on the onside. Got a full toss. Conceded just a single. 7 runs now. 3 more deliveries to come. What can they make of? 151 for 6. In a part of the bat this time. Short fine leg fielder comes around, conceded just a single. Shihan Sandarwan is a clever operator. We seldom see seam bowlers of his class in this division. Of course, there are few, and there will be a left-arm seamer who picked up 4 wickets yesterday in action very shortly for Metropolitan Group. A cutter over the top of the stumps, just maybe losing the shape of his shot and taking firm grip, and just a bit of sand will do the trick. Was on 32. A vital knock. Full toss. Didn't get hold of that, but that was in the gap. We knew right from the beginning that was his favorite direction. Gets another boundary, makes it a better over. So after 19 overs, 56 runs on the board, Metropolitan Group marching on. To start with, I didn't think he's timed it all that well, but 4 nevertheless. 6 more deliveries to come. Few bowlers taken the tap, went for 15. Chaturanga Mullegama went for 16.5 and over. 33 runs off to the wicket takers, Sandarwan, Shamikara, Ransilige. And Hasidu Pereira thought bowled beautifully. Spinners usually done well in this division, in this tournament, but they got only 1 spin bowler. They just may be missing the services of a proper spin bowler. Here's the final over. Ethan Ransilige, very talented cricketer. Oh, well fielded. He was limping a bit after that excellent fielding effort down at the boundary. But I like the commitment by Metropolitan, McLaren's fielders. And Metropolitan Group, they're going to need same sort of a effort in the field later on. 5 more deliveries to come. Looking at the mid-wicket region and extra cover region, I have no doubts that's where he's going to go. It'll be interesting to see the approach by Ethan Ransilige. Slower. Down the ground. Straight to the field, only a single. Smart bowling. Slowing it down, he knew immediately. Lahara Basinger was looking at mid-wicket region. So way to go. It's bowling outside the off stump. Slower. So the batsman is committed to play at it. 2 singles. An edge. But they gets a boundary. One would argue unfortunate, but that's T20 cricket. Slower delivery, given an almighty heave over the mid-wicket region, top edge, and there are no fielders as usual. 2 fielders in the deep at long off and long on. When that happens, edge will almost always will carry into the boundary. Trying to find the block hole, slower through the air, just a single. 2 more deliveries remaining. We mentioned power score 160 here, and they've reached 163 now. And if they can get a couple of boundaries to elevate them over 170, will put things really nicely in shape for them to fight really hard later on. Ransilige. Slower. Just maybe rolled his fingers over the seam. Excellent. Just a single boundary. Slower through the air. That's the way to go. And he knew immediately. Missing out on a scoring opportunity. Here's the final delivery. Batted reasonably well got them above 160. This will be a pretty interesting chase for Mclarens. Swatted away down the ground, just a single. Will they come back for the second? And very close, whipping off the bells. Just a single. So no real damage. Just 8 runs. Under normal circumstances, you would consider that's excellent bowling by Ethan Ransilige. Came off into the attack earlier on, just a single over, given away 9 runs. And he conceded just 17 runs, completes his spell, picked up a wicket. And after 20, 164. That's a good score. Just above par score here at Dharampala College grounds. Pretty fast outfield, we all know that. And it's just about maintaining good partnerships. Was on order for Mclarens. They must win this game to ensure their place in the second round. Decent effort. They found their mojo towards the last 2 games. And do they got enough runs? That's the question. We'll find answers soon enough. Yes, the batting. 2 early wickets. Then Pathirana batted superbly, 31 of 31. 6 and 4 boundaries. Wickramasinghe batted beautifully, 47. 4 sixes and a boundary. Crucial knock. And down the order, Lahira Abesinghe contributing with 38 runs, 25 deliveries, 6 and 4 boundaries. Set things up really nicely with the aid of 14 extras, 164 for 7 after 20. It's going to be one heck of a chase. Mclarens will have to bat really well. Here's the bowling. Sandharu 1 for 26, bowled really well. Chamikara 1 for 15. I thought he's underbowled. Got 1 over up his sleeve. Ransilige picked up a wicket, given away 17 of his 2 overs. And pick up the bowlers, Hasindu Pereira 2 for 28 after bowling 4 overs. One decent partnership in the middle after losing the second wicket, 69 runs. And that was enough for them to propel them up to 164. The target will be 165. Here are some of the highlights of Metropolitan Group's innings. For those who are just joining in, Sporty.lk bringing you these wonderful pictures. Won the toss, had no hesitation, deciding to bat first. Skipper, together with Tanuju Rajapaksha, opening up the innings. And here's the dismissal. He's their main aggressor, their key player, out for naught. But they weren't deterred. Few extra runs down the ground. And Sanchuka batted well yesterday and batted very well today. Comparatively, fielding efforts by Mclarens, very good. Skipper found the gap and trying to flick that one and got out. Not too many runs, of course. Didn't come the 69 plus run stand. Few boundaries, of course. Prefers to go down the ground. They've been lucky from time to time. That was really nicely played through the line of the delivery into the square leg region, into the super cover region, in fact. Swatted it across the ground and gets another boundary. That's a very good score. How about that for improvisation? Excellent wrist work. Once again, the bottom hand gets it a long way. And that's the dismissal. Things would have been even better had he stayed for a few more overs. And after that, bit of a quiet period. A run out, not helping their cause. Three short of a well-compiled half-century. Flat-batted swat taken well at short extra cover region. Abesinghe kept them moving. Boundaries from time to time. and lackluster fielding assisting them. A beautiful piece of bowling, earning another wicket for Sundar Ruwan. And later on, just maybe they should have had a few more wickets in hand, went through the legs. Top shot, got the placement right. He knew exactly what he was doing. Another one towards the same direction. I thought the skipper made the mistake of not having a fielder there. And a boundary. The very last over got the edge over the slip cordon. And here's the match summary. Winning the toss, deciding to bat for the equation 165 of 120 deliveries. Very, very interesting chase coming up. I can tell you, you have to bat really, really well. That'll do it. We'll be joining you with the exciting chase. Mclarens, it's going to be an interesting chase. Join us.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Dharampala grounds in Pandipitia. Well, here we got a match on our hands. The game between the Metropolitan Group and also Mclarens Group. And today, early in the afternoon, Metropolitan Group won the toss. They led to bat first in the 20 overs. They made 164 for 7 and set Mclarens Group 165 to win. 120 balls to get 165. This is turning out to be an interesting contest. Can Mclarens get that 165? Not going to be easy. They'll have to really bat well. And there we are with Metropolitan Group in a huddle at the moment before going to the field. Last minute discussions as well. So the openers for Mclarens Group will have to really do well. It's going to be an interesting contest. For sure, it'll go down to the wire. That's my gut feeling. It'll go down to the wire because the Metropolitan Group are looking to get 2 points to go up the table. In the meantime, Mclarens are in second place in the group. So their chances of qualifying are going to be much, much better. If they win this match, they'll certainly qualify for the final round. Right, the players get taken in the field, the umpires are out. The batsman will come out in a short while from now. And for all those who are watching our live telecast from where in the world are watching us, we hope you're enjoying our coverage with our commentaries as well of all the action of the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026. And we have been coming to for the last few weeks, in fact, with lots of games, sometimes on 3 venues. We have games being covered of the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division. So a lot of cricket being played, and today particularly is a big day for cricket in Sri Lanka. Not only this game that will be perhaps go down to the wire. India-Pakistan, 7 o'clock this evening. Wow, that's going to be interesting because we know the gates opened at 11 o'clock this morning. In fact, I think that by now the ground must be almost full because people are going in to take seats, to take their position, vantage positions. And don't forget, we had a report that there were so many forged tickets also sold out, internet, and lots of people are going to be disappointed of not being able to get into the grounds. And that's going to be a contest and a half, India versus Pakistan. So Sri Lanka hosting that match in the ICC T20 World Cup. And big honor indeed. A few spectators are coming to the ground to watch this game. We thank them for their company as well. And perhaps they've got friends in both of the teams playing in this match. So the field all set at the moment. We are looking at the first ball coming up, and let's look at the field. The wicketkeeper is there. I think he's going to have a no slip in place. It's going to be a short third man, a backward point, a sweeper cover, extra cover, and a long off. That's the offside field. On the onside, they've got a man at backward square leg, a mid wicket, and a deep mid on. So fairly a regulation field for T20 cricket being set at the moment. And of course, Metropolitan Group will realize they'll have to bowl wicket to wicket. They can't bowl too many deliveries that are no balls or wides or whatever it is. Here's the first ball coming up. Played defensively. Lloyd Robinson, the bowler, he fields on his follow through. Ethan is the batsman with Sadisha, the non-strikers in. Robinson again, second ball. Go for a big heave, wrapped on the pad, shout for LBW, the batsman crossed for 1. Was there a bat? No bat. It was a leg by called by the umpire. So Mclarens Group off the mark. 1 for no wicket with the leg by. And brings Sadisha to take strike now to Lairu Abesinger. Abesinger, a spinner. Mclarens Group, when they're bowling, they opted to bowl quite a few of their medium pace bowlers. So Abesinger, 51 matches, 3 for 19, his best figures, 41 wickets in all. So he's got a really good pedigree in bowling department. And this is driven on the offside. 1 bounce to the fielder at point. No chance of a run. Ball travelled very quickly down there. And it's still 1 for no wicket. Mclarens Group with the 1 leg by coming off the second ball. Abesinger again bowling to Sadisha. Driven out of the offside to extra cover. Gets a hand to it. It ricochets toward the bowler who runs across and does the fielding to prevent the batsman taking a single. So another dot ball. And here we go again. We're in the first over of this action. 165 to win for Mclarens Group. Off the back foot. Played down to a short third man. Another dot ball. That's well bowled again by Lairobe Singh. No runs off the bat. Just that one leg by that came in. Second ball of the innings. Comes forward. Plays out to the offside. Extra cow fields. That's the end of the over. That's a maiden over from Lairobe Singh. Well bowled. So 1 over completed. And Mclaren's group are 1 for no wicket. Sadisha still to score. Ethan still to score. And Lairobe Singh the 1 over with 1 maiden. Required run rate. A touch over 8 runs and over. Conditions here for cricket are pretty good. In fact, we've been really lucky that the sun didn't come out the whole day. And there's the scorecard for Mclarens. Ransilige still to score. He's faced 2 balls. Gamage has faced 4 balls still to score. And look at the batting to come. They've got a good batting side as Mclarens. There's 1 extra in the total of 1 for no wicket. Rumesh Perra, 3 for 3 yesterday in his first over. To bowl the second over, he's first. My word, what an over that was. When he picked up 3 wickets of 3 runs. And really broke the back of the batting. And Rumesh Perra, 23 matches, 4 for 11 his best figures. Economy rate of 4.55. And today might be his day to pick up a few more wickets. And here he's at the far end of the grounds bowling to Ethan. On the back foot, Ethan plays down the track for the bowler to field on his follow through. That's a good first ball from Rumesh Perra. He'd want to keep the batsman quiet, that's for sure. Because yesterday he bowled so well. Walks to the top of his mark once again. Yesterday he bowled from the pavilion end. But today they're giving him the ball from the far end of the grounds. So it's a different end to what he bowled yesterday. And he's on the left-hander on strike. Lofted on the onside. That's going down. 1 bounce to the boundary for 4 at mid-wicket. That's well played by Ethan. Launched into that. Timed it beautifully. The placement was perfect as well. And so he's at the mark with 4. Look at that. It's a short delivery. Just flicks it on the onside. And anything that's past fielders is going to run to the boundary. So 5 for no wicket is Mclaren's. Rumesh Perra concedes the 4 runs in that first ball or second ball he's bowled. So at the top of his mark is Rumesh Perra waiting for Ethan Settle his bat to get the ball back. It took some time because don't forget that this is a very big ground. Half the ground for cricket, the other half is for rugby and other sports. And if you hit a 6 on this side, you've got to really run a long way to collect the ball. Again, lofted on the onside. Another big one, big 6. There we are. So 10 runs of 2 balls with Ethan racing away. They know their target is 165. They want to get there. Rumesh Perra, 2 balls, has conceded 10 runs. Look at that, the way it's been hit. No close-in fielder. Just sailed over the boundary for 6. So 11 for no wicket after 1.3 overs. Ethan's on 10 of 5 balls. Waits for Rumesh Perra once again. Off the back foot, played away on the offside. That's going out to sweep a cover for a single. So brings Hadish on strike. He's got to face 2 balls in the second over. Mclaren's group are 12 for no wicket. They're going at 7.2 runs and over. Required rate is 8.35. 153 required of 110 balls. All 10 wickets in hand. Down the leg side. That's a poor delivery. Wide called as the wicketkeeper collects it. So total moves up to 13. That's got to be rebowled by Rumesh Perra. So this is a big over for Mclaren's group. Altogether 12 runs so far. 6, 4, single and a wide. That's well bowled. Bit of extra bounce and Sadish was in trouble in that one. He was trying to cut it and then hit it hard in the ground. He got back to it. So Romesh Perera will have to change his strategy as to what he's going to do at the moment to contain the free-flowing batsman. Played soft hands, looking for one. A single being taken. There we are. Have they got their man? That was a suicidal single being taken between Sadisha and Ethan. So Mclaren's group lose their first wicket. Let's take a look at what happened. There we are. He's down the track. Return underarm to the wicketkeeper. Then the bail comes off. The batsman well short of his ground. So Ethan is the man who's out for 11. He had a blazing start, but goes 11. And it's 13 for the loss of 1 wicket. Mclaren's group requiring 165 to win. Lost a key player in Ethan. 11 of 6 balls for Ethan. And of course the second over is completed. So here we are, second over completed. Ethan Ransilige, 11. So Romesh Perera has completed his first over, none for 12 his figures. We look at over number 3 starting up. So Metropolitan Group, pretty happy lot to get rid of Ransilige. There we have the equation, 152 to win for 108 balls. It's still gettable, of course, but they'll have to bat well to get to that total. They can't have suicidal runs like they've just taken one. That was a very poor call, in fact, from Sadisha. The ball was played straight to the field as short extra cover. He set off a single, and of course his partner didn't want to let him down. He was coming down to the striker's end, but is well short of his ground. So Hasindu joins us in the middle. Sadisha has the strike at the moment, 13 for 1 after 2 overs. Danuka Fernando. And here's Sadisha Gamage's statistics. 12 matches, top score of 36, 141 runs in all. Played his soft hands, another one trying to bite that dust. Hasindu down the track very quickly looking for one. Sent back by Sadisha this time. No was the call. Quite rightly so. The ball went straight to the backward point fielder. That's why you've got to be so careful. You can't afford to take chances. Make sure that you're in the right position to take a single. Danuka Fernando, 20 matches, 2 for 6 is best figures. Aggregate of 14 wickets. Economy is not bad, 5.78. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. Could have very easily got edge to that. Trying to cut it down to a third man. So Sadisha is on strike. He has faced 8 balls so far. He's still to score. Hasindu at the non-strike. Then Danuka Fernando has bowled 2 balls so far in his first over. Current run rate, 5.57. They require further 152 of 106 balls. They got 9 wickets in hand. Off the back foot, straight to backward point. It went like a bullet down to backward point to field it cleanly. Sadisha thought about a single, but there was no way as the ball was fielded so cleanly. There we go. That's what really happened. You've got to be really careful. You've got to really judge where the fielders are, how the correction takes place. So 2.3 overs completed, and we have Mclarens on 13 for 1. Shot pulled away uppishly on the onside. Fielder under it. Will he catch it? Yes, out. Sadisha goes, pulls that one, a short delivery. And mid-on makes no mistake about that. And Mclaren's group lose their second wicket in the third over. And Danuka Fernando picks up his first. That's a poor shot, in fact, from Sadisha. And take a look at that. There we go. Short outside the line of off stump. Pulls it in there for a long time. Mid-on under it. Kept his eyes on the ball. Didn't lose track of it and took a comfortable catch. So 13 for 2. And Gamage has not scored, but is out without scoring. Abhay Singh, the fielder, takes the catch. And Danuka Fernando picks up his first wicket. 13 for 2 after 2.4 overs. This is a brilliant start for the fielding side. That's Metropolitan Agencies. They wanted quick wickets. They've got 2 already. Mclarens will realize that they'll have to bat deep today to make 165 to win. They're one of the successful sides in this competition. 24 teams in the frame. 4 groups. Each group has 6 teams. So each team will play 5 matches. Saminder, the new man walking in to join Hasindu. Both batsmen still to score. Danuka Fernando, 1 wicket for no runs. Saminder Fernando, 19 matches, top score of 85. Aggregate of 568 runs. He's got 450s as well. Good strike rate. A touch under 102. Flicked away on the onside, down towards the backward square leg. He's off the mark straight away. Saminder takes the total to 14 for the loss of 2 wickets. So Metropolitan Group will not worry too much about the singles. It's the boundaries that they'll be conscious about. Mclaren's group, on the other hand, they've got some attacking batsmen. So Hasindu Perera, 28 matches, top score 56. He's got 328 runs as aggregate, 150. Strike rate a touch under 66. So Hasindu Perera will now look to farm the bowling. He hasn't faced a single ball so far. This is the first ball he's facing. The last ball of Fernando's first over. Place straight, place to mid-off. Single in taken, return on its way. Not good enough. And that's overthrows. Goes to the boundary for 4. That's what we talk about. The poor fielding and throwing. So 5 runs to the batting side. The return to the wicket-keeper, he couldn't collect it cleanly. And the man who's fielding at short fine leg also couldn't collect it. So the ball just raced away to the boundary. There we go again. That's the shot that was played. Picked up cleanly. Returned on its way. Misses the wicket keeper. Misses that man a short fine leg. And just raced away to the boundary. So 19 for 2 after 3 overs. Saminder is on 1. Hasindu is on 5. So 146 required of 102 balls. That's the equation. So Rumesh Perera to bowl his second over from the far end of the grounds. Oh no, he's coming to bowl from the pavilion end, in fact. So Fernando bowled from the far end, and of course Rumesh Perera picked up 3 wickets of 3 runs in the first over yesterday. This must be his comfortable area that he's going to bowl one from. He'll be bowling to Hasindu, who's on 5. So man fielding at short third man. We got a man at extra cover, mid-off on the offside. Wide called. So in fact, Ramesh Perera is bowling from the same end he bowled that first over from the far end of the grounds. For a moment I thought he was bowling from the pavilion end. Nope. Total up to 20 for 2. Trying to flick it on the offside. Inside edge, onto the matting, and then the wicket keeper collected it. So there's no chance in that. So Hasindu on 5, Saminder is on 1. Perera into his second over, none for 13 his figures. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. So on the offside, we got that third man, the backward point, a point, extra cover, sweeper cover, and mid-off, a packed offside field. On the onside, the short fine leg, the mid-wicket, and the mid-on. 3 men on the onside. Again, a play and a miss as well bowled from Ramesh Perera. 2 dot balls in the second over. A lot of talk in the middle from the Metropolitan Group players, egging on their bowler. Worked away around the corner to short, fine leg. Single being taken. That's good running. You need to take those singles. 21 for 2 after 3.4 overs. So Saminder on strike. He's on 1. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump. Very close to an edge that time as well. We've seen so much of playing a miss outside the line of off stump from a lot of batsmen in this Mercantile tournament. There we go. Not very far from the edge of the bat. Wicketkeeper collects cleanly. So the last ball of Romesh Perera's second over and the fourth of the innings. Nice play on the onside, but straight to mid-on. They'll end the over. 4 overs completed. And Mclaren's group are 21 for 2. It's Saminder on 1, Hasindu on 6, Romesh Perera 2 overs, none for 14. The equation 144 to win of 96 balls, 8 wickets in hand. Could be anybody's game at the moment. There's the scorecard for Mclaren's group. Ethan Ransilige, well, tragic run out. He made 11. He batted well with 1 6 and 1 4. And Sadish Gamage, he was another man out. Lofting one on the onside. He didn't score at all. Didn't trouble the scorers. And Hasindu and Saminder 6 and 1 respectively. Danuka Fernando to continue his second over. 1 for 6 his figures. Pulled away on the onside. That's a good shot. Into the boundary for 4. There's no man at mid-wicket. And the moment he left the bat, it was 4 all the way. So Hasindu moves on double figures. He's on 10. That's a very short delivery. Got the treatment from the batsman. 25 for 2 after 4.1 overs. You can't afford to bowl short on these tracks. Particularly on wetting wickets. You get punished. So Danuka Fernando learned his lesson. Again played away on the onside. Long chase for deep mid-wicket. He won't get there. That's 4 more. Back-to-back boundaries for Hasindu. Deep mid-wicket was standing a deep backward square leg. It was not a mid-wicket. And now he moves to mid-wicket. And a man dropped now to backward square leg. A short fine leg. Strengthen the onside field for Hasindu, who's on 14 of 7. You can't set a field for bad balls, that's for sure. Played down the track, bowler fields. That's a cardinal mistake that a lot of captains make and teams make, trying to set fields to poor deliveries. When you hit around the park, when you bowl poorly, there's nothing you can do about it. The bowler has to be a bang on target. He's got to get things right. Straight drive on the offside, straight to mid-off. So again, no chance of a run. So 4.3 overs completed. And we have Mclaren's group on 29 for 2. Hasindu is on 14 of 8. Saminder's on 1 of 3. Danuka Fernando, 1 for 14 from 1.3 overs. Again, driven on the offside to mid-off. Quick single been taken. That's good running. Set off with the single, with the shot, they set off for the single. And Saminder responded to the call as well. So 1 more to the total. 30 for 2. After 4.4 overs and brings Saminder on strike. Pulled straight towards backward square leg, dropped. Not an easy catch, but could have been taken. Those are catches that really turn the match around. Man was fielding there. He got his hands to it. Let's take a look at that. Here we go. A short delivery pulled away. And there we are. Got his hands to it. The ball spilt out. And, of course, a deep mid-wicket backed up and did the fielding. So 31 at the moment. So 5 overs completed. And Mclaren's group are 31 for 2. And Danuka Fernando has completed his second over. So 136 of 93 and time for a change of the voices as well. Next 5 overs is going to be Damika.
This game is very interestingly poised at the moment. 2 down, 29. Run rate isn't great, 6.44. Required run rate almost 9 and over. Jacinto Pereira looking good on 14. Saminda Fernando on 1. They're going to need a partnership. Danuka Fernando. Oh, cuts it away really nicely. I just mentioned he's a good player. Room outside the off stump and really nicely played away. Take a look at it. Beautiful hands. Gets it into the gap. Excellent piece of timing as always. Value for our shots here. Gets another boundary. They need a serious momentum now. 31 runs on the board. They've lost 2 wickets. They got players who are capable of scoring quickly. Down the leg side seems to be the call by the umpire. 6.44. Metropolitan Group. They've lost 2 wickets just about the same stage. And eventually recovered really nicely through that 69 runs partnership, which is exactly what Mclarens is looking to. Nice hands. Getting behind the line of the delivery. He looks a very good player. Strong hitter. You saw just a moment ago. Spanked one down the leg side towards mid-wicket region and picked up a boundary. It's just a matter of keeping required run rate well within their reach. Once it go up, just as I mentioned, through the gap and excellent piece of fielding. That was heading towards the boundary and lovely. Good credit all round. Wasn't the best piece of bowling. On the back foot, Hasindu swatted across and it was heading towards the boundary at a hectic pace, and there you go. Very well done. Every run save so crucial. They're not defending a huge score. They're just about the pass. Oh, that's a good piece of bowling. Went past the outside edge. So a strong comeback after conceding a boundary of the first delivery. Umesh Chandrasekhar in his first over. Always test your character. Conceding a boundary and coming back strongly. Looks like a bowler who's got the variation. That was a slower delivery or a cutter, if I'm not mistaken. And got batter in a little bit of trouble. Coming down the track. Only a single. They got to take those singles whenever they are available. Fine over, just given away 8 runs after 6. 39 for 2. During this tournament, we haven't seen too many instances where a team chasing 150 plus targets all that often, and makes it a very interesting chase. Bowling, Abhay Singha. Economical. A maiden to start with, Umesh Pereira. So far, so good. for Metropolitan Group. They just about got enough runs. Power score here, 160. They just got 5 runs above that. And it will be interesting to see how well they field and support their bowlers. This man, on the other hand, did a fantastic job yesterday. He just about continued to do the same. Well, glide away and gets a single. Every run matters. Now Hasidu Pereira and Saminda Fernando understanding their responsibility. That's the key. They could find themselves in a situation where if Astron wins their next game against 8 Spence, it will be 8 Spence and Astron who move on to the second round. So winning this game is so crucial for Mclarens. They looked comfortable, looked relaxed, just about did everything right at the beginning, but the middle period, that outstanding partnership, taken the initiative out, and four-legged friends having a little bit of fun in the outfield. Wonderful venue, being preferred to play Mercantile F Division cricket. Plenty of Mercantile cricket have already been played here. There's a nice shot. Oh, that's the not. Oh, poor piece of fielding. Abhay Singh, normally a very safe fielder. That was struck powerfully by Saminda Fernando. Down the ground, got into an awkward position. Take a look at it. There you go. Didn't rate the bounce of that ball. That was straight into his hands, but for a strange reason he lets it go. Caught away. So they got enough runs. 2 more deliveries remaining. 8, 7. Do the same thing for about 6, maybe 7 overs and see where you stand. When you have powerful strikers coming down the batting order, you always trust them. Required run rate now jumped up to 9. Now steadily pressure is on Mclarens. Struck well. Fielder should come around. And yet another fumble. Once again, Lahira Abhay. I mentioned that normally a pretty safe fielder, but second time not been good enough. We saw how good McLaren's fielders done out in the deep, prevented so many boundaries. We saw a classic piece of fielding just a moment ago down in the deep at mid-wicket region. You're going to need every bit of it. That sound nice off the bat. There's a fielder in the deep. He's not going to get there. It travels so fast out here. Perfect piece of timing by Hasidu Pereira. We must have another look at that. Was in the slot. Given himself a little bit of room. Opening the bat blade to get the placement. Excellent cricket. Serious momentum. They're going to need every bit of it. 7 done, 51 for 2. Hasidu Pereira on 25 looks good. 3 boundaries, 147. That's his strike rate. Well, apart from that, no real contributions. Unnecessary run-outs. And Ethan Ransilik is sacrificing his wicket. Sadisha Gamage was looking good for a while. He's just eaten up 10 deliveries and going for a big heave and perishes. Chandrasekhara gets a good one in line with the stumps. Bowlers who maintain that outside the line of the off stump, they pretty much enjoyed a better deal. Oh, that was close and loud shout and given. I knew straight away that was close. It was only a matter of time. Umpire took a little while and judged that one LBW. Umesh Chandrasekhara picks up a crucial breakthrough. Was coming down the track, shuffling across, and Decent enough. Just maybe the angle takes it down the leg side. All that matters is the on-field call. They lose another wicket. Mclarens, Saminda Fernando out for 12. LBW Umesh Chandrasekhara. Pressure seems to be building. It's one thing you have strong enough batting lineup, totally different having two set batters in the middle towards the latter part. By the looks of it, McLaren's gonna miss that. Almost 7 overs, almost 8 overs gone. We are in the 8th over, needing 114. 9 runs and over required. They got to go on the search for boundaries now. Lahul I thought was expensive with the ball in hand, best of 72. Strike rate and average need to improve. These are young players. Very well bowled, in line with the stumps. Very unassuming. Very gentle run up. Not too much of pace. Umesh Chandrasekhara. But he does just enough. First over was an expensive one. And the second over, so far, excellent. Picked up a wicket and high on confidence. And that's what matters. Inside edge onto the pads. Bowling stumps to stump. Way to go about it. Very unassuming, just as I mentioned. Those maybe the batter's taken him a little light. He's been reaping benefits by bowling stumps to stump. If he sticks to continue bowling same line and length, I can tell you, he's up for a good spell. Gone aerial. There are no fielders inside the 30-yard circle this time. Pretty safe. Down in the deep. Only a single. Outstanding over so far. It's just a matter of Chandrasekhara finishing his over without conceding a boundary. Was in order. This is the 8th over just about to come to an end. And excellent comeback after conceding 8 runs in his first over. Very well bowled. Excellent over under the circumstances. 8 done. Mclaren's 52 for 3. $113 of 72. Simple enough if you have enough wickets in hand. You're going to need set batters towards the end. 2 batters out there in the middle. Do they have what it takes? That's the question. We'll find answers soon enough. Just 12 overs remaining. Required run rate close, touching 10 now. 9.42. Slowly but steadily. Metropolitan Group tightening their grip on this game. So impressive. After losing 3 matches on the trot, coming back strongly yesterday. Registering a comfortable victory. Just about everything clicked for them. And coming into this game high on confidence. It's just a matter of continuing their good form, winning form, and doing the basics right. Very well bowled. This ball on your display. Rumesh Perera picked up 4 wickets yesterday. He was the pick of the bowlers. Just about had everyone in trouble picking up early wickets. If I'm not mistaken, picked up 3 wickets inside his first over. The Thomas down the ground should only be a single. Can he be the saviour? Possibly Perera coming back for the second, a fumble allowing the second run. There was an opportunity. Had they been a little clean with their fielding efforts, they could have easily created another wicket-taking opportunity. But unfortunately, Ashish Perera takes a couple, moves up to 27. He's increasingly looking good now. 9.43. It's getting tougher by the minute with every dot ball, with every single. Lovely piece of bowling. Fuller on a block hole. Not too much of pace. Pasindu Pereira has to push that one down the ground. Only a single. Not going to trouble Metropolitan Group. Excellent outing. They peaked just maybe a little too late. Stand absolutely no opportunities of entering the second round. Had they been just another game, they could have easily created them a situation where they're fighting hard to earn their place in the second round. But today, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But things looking little peculiar for Mclaren's group. They just cannot afford to lose this game. That will put things in doubt. Aitken Spence looking good, winning 3 matches. Excellent net run rate. Right now in the second position. Mclaren's group winning 3 matches. If they lose today, they'll end up with only 6 points. But Astron wins their game today. They will go ahead with 8 points. That's a fabulous delivery. A cutter going past the outside edge. Another very good over. 9 done, 58 for 3. Partnerships so far 13 runs for the first wicket, pretty slow. Then 38 runs, 28 deliveries. Now they're going to need a partnership so badly. Just 3 extras. Just as the skipper mentioned, it's about minimizing mistakes, and they've done that pretty well. Metropolitan Group paying dividends yesterday, far better side, and today against a very strong opponent. Rising their game up, minimizing the mistakes. Always good to see. Sounded really nice. That broad, straight bat down the ground, Hasindu Pereira. Every time he plays that shot, looks majestic. 10th over in progress. Right now, run rate isn't great, but they have 7 wickets in the kitty. Do they have the firepower? Now they're going to need 10 and over. No intentions of coming back lately. Metropolitan Group fielders raising their fielding standards, which is always a good thing. Even though you are not standing a chance of moving into the second round, still fighting really, really hard and understanding the importance of winning. They knew they are far better side than losing their first 3 games on the trot, especially against the likes of Soft Logic. Oh, that's a good shot. Fielding. Good. In the deep. Looks like a very good field in the deep just a while ago. Diving effort saved a certain boundary. Needing 104 runs. We are fast approaching the midway mark. A wicket or 2 here will definitely turn things in favor of Metropolitan. Single. Good batting. Will they come back for the second? No is the call. So far so good. Umesh Chandrasekhara. Clever operator. Almost always in line with the stumps. His method of operation is asking batters to make mistakes. Testing their techniques. Giving him all the opportunities, giving him a chance of picking up a LB, clean bowled, a catch. Once again, just maybe a few inches outside the off stump. And the fielder. I think he managed to pull that one in. It'll be interesting call by the umpires. Obviously, will question Lairu. To the naked eye, it looks a boundary to me, but the fielder, with his attempt, he's not 100% sure. And I like that honesty. 4 runs makes it a better over now. He increasingly looking good. Hasindu Pereira. Yeah, touches the boundary. Roll back inside. 66 for 3. Here's the final delivery. Well bowled. Trying to find the block hole. You almost always had the batsman in trouble when they are searching for boundaries. Nevertheless, 9 runs of Umesh Chandrasekara's third over. That's a midway mark. Interestingly poised. 67 for 3 Mclarens Group rather.
Right, so there we are. 67 for 3 is Mclaren's Group. The target is 165. A long way to go for that. Hasindu on 36, Lahir on 5. And Lahir Rabisinger, 3 for 19 of his 51 matches. That's his best figures. He's in operation at the moment. He played on the onside, looking for one with the batsman, but he was quickly across to his right to do the fielding. So it ended up as a dot ball. Current run rate 6.59. They need to go at over 9 runs and over. That is Mclaren's Group and Metropolitan Group. I mean, they've done well. They reached 164 for 7 in their 20 overs. Flicked away on the onside, down towards deep mid-wicket. Picked up inside the boundary. The batsman will cross for 1. Total moves up to 68 for 3. Brings Lahiru on strike again. He's on 5. Hasindu's on 37. He's taking guard. He's taking off-stump guard, I think. And here's Abhay Singh. A little sweep. Looks for 1, but the wicket-keeper is quickly across to anticipate. And for those of you interested in the weather conditions here at Panipitya, it's been a dull day so far. The sun didn't really come out, so it's been comfortable for the players the first match and also the second match. Here they are, but well, tried to stop that ball but couldn't. Reaches the boundary in the end. 72 for 3 is Mclaren's Group. Lahiru moves on to 9 of 10. Lahiru Abhay Singh. It was in the air. Not really a catch to the fielder. He made every effort to cut it off but couldn't. Short, and that one, quicker one. Really hurried the batsman. Lahiru was hurried. Got a bit of bat to that. Perhaps that saved him. It was in line with the stumps, I think. Lofted on the onside, fielder under it. Dropped it. Straightforward catch was dropped. Well, that's what you get when you don't field correctly, cleanly. That was a straightforward catch. So Lahiru Abhay Singh completes his second over. 11 completed, 73 for 3 after 11 overs. Hasindu on 37, Lahiru's on 10. They need a further 92 runs of 54 balls. That's the equation. And they've got 7 wickets in hand. Current run rate 6.64. They require a touch over 10 runs. 10.22 is the required run rate. So the players will take a drink and we'll take a short break from here as well, as we'll catch you on the other side, and hope you are enjoying our coverage of the action from Panipitya. So there's the scorecard for Mclaren's Group. Ran Silige made 11, quick fire 11 of 6 balls. Sadish Gamage didn't trouble the scorers, but he batted a long time, batted 10 balls. And Hasindu Perra is there on 37-27. Samantha Fernando, the wicket keeper. LBW Chandrasekhar for 12 of 11. And Lairu Amarasekhar not out on 10 of 12. 3 extras. And after 11 overs, 73 for 3 is Mclaren's group. And they require 165 to win. If you missed out on the first part of the action of this game, Metropolitan won the toss. Decided to bat first. They made 164 for 7 in their 20 overs. That was a good performance with the bat. And here's the bowling figures. Lairu Abesinger, 2 overs not for 6. Rumesh Perra, 3 overs not for 20. Today is expensive. Didn't pick up any wickets. Danako Fernando, 1 for 28 from 3. And Umesh Chandrasekhar, 1 for 18 from 3. 4 wickets, 13. 2 wickets fell. 51, the 3rd wicket fell. And now it's 73 for the loss of 3 wickets. So the partnership now is 22 runs for this 4th wicket. And it could have been a wicket there in the over before the drinks came on. And a straightforward catch at long on was dropped by the fielder. Got it in his hands and just spilled the chance. So catching is so important in these games. You've seen a lot of drop catchers in this tournament as well. And here we are with Umesh Chandrasekhar to bowl his 4th and final over. 1 for 18 from his 3. Each bowler allowed 4 overs. 92 of 54 balls, the equation. And Lairu is on strike. Played defensively. On the offside, single being taken. That's good running between the wickets. Always look at the chance to pick up a single. Keep the scoreboard moving, rotate the strike. That's what it's all about. So Hasindu on 37 has the strike. He's faced 27 balls. Quick fire 37 at the moment from Hasindu. Played out on the offside towards long off for a single again. Picked up inside the boundary. Sumesh Chandrasekhar into his 4th and final over. Tries to get a boot to it. That's dangerous tactics because you can very easily hurt your ankle. The ball was hit so hard. Played a miss. Beats the wicket keeper, beats the fine leg as well to the boundary for 4. Off the bat, says the umpire. So those are valuable runs for Metropolitan Group. 79 for 3 after 11.3 overs. 86 of 51, the equation now. And look at that. Inside edge, past that leg stump. And the outfield is so fast, it just travels so quickly to the boundary. Flicked on the onside. Doesn't pick up a single for that. So 1 more to the total as well. It's 80 for 3. Hasindu is on 38 on strike again. Lahiru is on 16. 85-50 is the equation with 7 wickets in hand. Required rate is a touch over 10, 10.20. Played down the track this time. The bowler fields on his follow through. Last ball, the 12th over coming up. Umesh Chandrasekhar will finish his 4-over spell. His figure is 1 for 25 at the moment of 3.5 overs. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. That's well bowled. Chandrasekhar completes his 4-over spell. 1 for 25 from 4. 12 overs completed. And Mclaren's group are 80 for 3 after 12 overs. Hasindu is on 38. Lairu on 16. They require run rate 10.41. They're going at 6.76. 85 runs required of 49 balls. So there's the scorecard. Ransirige was disappointing. He made just 11. Gamage didn't trouble the scorers. Fernando made 12 of 11. And now Hasindu Perra on 38. With him is Lairu Amarasekhar on 16. 3 extras. So the extras column has been fairly tight at the moment. Now 12 overs, it's 80 for 3. Himesh Chamikar to bat next, along with Chaturanga Sandharuan, Rana Singh the captain. But Mclaren's group will want this pair to take them as close as possible to victory, to get that 165 required to win. Yomal Kitsari to bowl his first over. He's played 5 matches, best figures 2 for 32. Picked up a total of 5 wickets on his way to bowl the first ball to Lairu. Outside the line of off stump. Gets the toe of the bat, plays it down the track. The bowler fields on his follow through. Down the track and just drives it on the offside. The bowler does well to get a hand to it, takes the pace of the ball. The batsmen think of one but change their mind. So 2 dot balls. First 2 balls of this new over. Look at that. What an effort indeed from the big man, Yomal Kitsari. Down the track, lofted on the onside. That's gone a long way over long on. That's a big one. That's 6. So Lairu moves along very nicely indeed. And the total also moves away to 80 for 3. Or 86 for 3. That was short. Got the treatment from the batsman. So 80 for 3 after 12.2 overs. So Kitsari, 4th ball of his spell. Half of the 6 runs being consumed. 86 is the total. Pulled away on the onside again. Out towards long on for a single. 1 more run to the total. 87 for the loss of 3 wickets. So again behind problems is our little scorecard at the bottom of the screen. Played across the line, played beautifully down past that deep mid-wicket for 4. The man in the boundary had no chance in cutting that off. What a shot that was. It went like a tracer bullet, in fact. 91 for 3 after 12.5 overs. Right, so last ball, the 13th over coming up. Yomal Kitsari, none for 11 of 5 balls so far. Hasindu on 42. Lairu on 23. Well, there we are. All good things come to an end, they say. And Hasindu on 42 played across the line. And Yomal Kitsari picks up his first wicket. He was punished in this over for 11 runs by Lairu. And then just Berishers playing across the line this time. And of course, Mclaren's group lose their 4th wicket. 91 for 4. A good innings comes to an end. There we go again. This is what really happened. And look at that shot across the line. No contact. Hits the stumps and Kitsari is absolutely delighted. 1 for 11 from 1 over. Hasindu Perra out to 42. And now Mclaren's group will start to think they can't afford to lose too many wickets. Their target is 165. So Kitsari, the 1 over, he's picked up 1 wicket for 11. He was punished in the first few balls of the over. But then came back strongly to pick up the wicket. They're going at 7 runs and over. Required rate is 10.57. Little chat between the batsmen. Strategy is being worked out. Mclaren's group, they know the target is 165. Still a long way to go for that. They'll have to bat really well. And it's 4 wickets down at the moment. Are they down to the bowlers now? We'll have to wait and see. Right, so here we are. Osha, the new batsman who walks in. And Danuka Fernando will bowl his fourth and final over. So 3 overs completed. And look at that. Such a poor shot playing across the line. You can't afford to play across the line. You could play it straight and perhaps picked up a boundary as well. But then that's how cricket goes. Danuka Fernando 1 for 28 from 3 to bowl his fourth and final over. And at this stage, helmets must come on for the batsman when you have got medium pacers in operation. The rules in the ICC are plenty. Lairu's on strike on 23. 74 runs required of 42 balls. Anybody's game at the moment. This perhaps might go down to the wire. Right, so got a man at short third man, the backward point, a sweeper cover, extra cover and long off on the offside. That's a wide outside the line of off stump. Danuka Fernando starts with the wide. He's got to re-bowl that. So 1 to the total. 92 for 4 is Mclaren's group. Target is 165. The required rate is 10.43. They're going at 7.08 at the moment. Now the man at backward point has been dropped to third man. Pulled away on the onside out towards long on for a single. Didn't quite get hold of it, was Lairu. So Oshida is taking guard. 93 for 4 up to 13.1. So Danuka Fernando started with the wide the first ball, then conceded a single. Oshida the Chaturanga. 14 matches, top score is 35. Aggregate of 128 runs. Off the back foot, cracked away on the offside, straight to sweeper cover. Only a single. So Oshida is off the mark with that one. Takes the total on to 94 for the loss of 4 wickets. Pin drop silence on the grounds at the moment. A lot of concentration going on. And pulled away, pulled nicely on the onside. That's gone big. The fielder can't get that. Tried desperately to get his hands to it. Over the boundary for 6. That's well struck by Lairu. He's the man who seems to be in a tremendous form at the moment to hit the ball hard and get those sixers. And look at that. That's what really happened. Hard, high. And the fielder on the boundary. He caught the ball and threw it back in play, I think, but he must have overstepped the boundary in the meantime. Once again, pulled away on the onside, this time to deep mid-wicket. That's 6 more. 12 of 2 balls. Mclaren's group taking the charge at the moment. The 100 comes up. 100 for 4 after 13.3 overs. Outside the line of off stump and is pulled away nicely. So Lairu moves on to 36 or 22. Danuka Fernando has conceded 15 runs so far this over. It's a big over. 1 for 43 of 3.4 overs at the moment. So Lairu once again on strike. Mclaren's group will need his magic today to pull them over the line of 165. Played with soft hands down to a short third man for a single. 2 sixers and a single. That's good batting from Lairu. Realizes that his wicket is so important in this innings. Danuka Fernandez got 1 more ball left in his 4th over. 1 for 44 his figures. Well, a player a miss outside the line of off stump. That's well bowled. That ends the over as well. 14 completed. And it's 107 for 4 Mclaren's group. Danko Fernandez completed his 4-over spell. 1 for 44 his figures. Oshada on 1. Lahir's on 37. And the equation 58 to win of 36 balls. Very gettable indeed for Mclaren's group. If they bat well, not lose wickets. So certainly this game heading to an interesting finish. Metropolitan Group, who won the toss and batted first, made 164 for 7 in their 20 overs. A run rate of 8.22. And setting Mclaren's Group 165 to win. 165 very gettable on these grounds. Very fast outfield. And perhaps Mclaren's Group realized that the bat well, they could get the targets. Komal Kitsiri to bowl his second over. His figures are 1 for 11 at the moment. Lyra is on strike. He's on 37. Making sure the field is well set. It's well spread out as well. 3 boundary riders on the onside. That's long on, a deep mid-wicket and deep backward square leg. All the boundary with short backward square leg. In the block hole, just dug out and pick up a single. Brings Oshada on strike. Oshada is on 1 at the moment. He's the new man who's in. Even the offside, they got that man at backward point. They got a sweeper cover, extra cover, and the long off. So the boundary is well protected, but still you can clear those boundaries. Play and a miss, white called. That's way outside the line of off stump. You've got to be conscious as to where you're going to bowl. And now, Metropolitan don't have too many runs to play with. Lofted on the offside. Where's that gone? It's gone a long way over the boundary. That's 6. Well struck by Oshada. Slowly but surely, Mclaren's taking charge of this game with that 6 as well. Takes a total to 115 for the loss of 4 wickets. The equation becoming easier. 50 required of 34 balls, just the equation. And they got 6 wickets in hand. Going for the pull. Didn't quite get hold of it. Inside edge towards that mid-wicket position for a single. So brings Lyra on 38 to take strike. 3 more balls left in Yomal Kitsiri's second over. 1 for 20 his figures. Go for a pull this time. Beaten outside the line of off stump. Bit of extra bounce that time. Smile from the wicket keeper and the batsman. Surprised by the bounce, I think. Lofted again on the onside. Fielder is there. Takes the catch. And Lyra goes. That's a big, big wicket, in fact, for Metropolitan. What a catch that was taken at deep mid-wicket. And Yomal Kitsiri picks up that wicket. That's his second wicket that he's taken. It's 116 for the loss of 5 wickets at the moment. Mclaren's group. They're going great guns at one stage. And look at that, Kitsiri who bowls. And it's flighted and hit away on the onside. Look at the fielder. Well positioned. Keeps his eyes on the ball. Smart catch. 116 for 5 after 14.5. Lyra Amarasekara is gone for 38. 3 sixers and 2 fours after the excellent innings from him. But they needed him to be there to end this innings for Mclaren's group. But have they still got batting to come that could really take them over the line at 165? We'll have to wait and see. So 1 ball left to the 15th over. So 9 runs off the over and a wicket for Yomal Kitsiri. So the run rate at the moment is touch over 7 runs and over. Asanka, the batsman, comes in. Asanka run a single, 20 matches. Top score 30 not out. Good strike rate, 84.62. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. That ends the 15th over, and Kitsit is second. So 15 overs completed. And Mclarens are 116 for 5. Asanka still to score. Osha there's on 8. And there we are, 49 required of 30 balls. To take it through to the end of this match, well, we have our man Damika all set and ready.
Thank you so much, Eric. Needing 49, 30 deliveries remaining. Very much gettable. They just lost a wicket, but they have enough firepower. Needing 9.8 and over. New batsman, Oshada. New batsman, Asanka, in fact, the skipper, missed out on the first delivery. Lahirua basing back into the attack. 2 excellent overs, given away just 6 runs. Very economical. Can he get another good over in? Down the leg side, very poor. Just maybe anticipating the batter to go down the leg side. Shuffling. Fired that one in. And I thought the wicketkeeper did very well. Otherwise, it would have been 5 extra runs. We are heading to a very interesting finish indeed. Quicker delivery, cut away. And very well fielded. 100% commitment. Will it trickle over the boundary? Very well done. For a moment, thought they did manage to pull that one, but touches the rope is the call. And immediately spotted by the umpire, Sportylk. 4 runs. So expensive start. Cut that one away. Get past the infield. Valiant effort despite being a big man. And right there, touching the ropes, and here's the dot ball. Dot balls add to the pressure. Lahirua basing her. Started off with a maiden. Previous over given away 2 runs. Goes along the ground, should only be a single. At this stage, they should be protecting each and every boundary. Metropolitan Group are a transformed side. But they peaked a little too late. But they are still fighting hard. Fight to win their second game. Oh, that wasn't the best piece of fielding. 10 runs already. Lahirua basing firing it. Pitching is short. And that was in the air for a long time. Fielder initially considering the possibility of going for a catch. And then lets it go. 38 of 26. Now the pendulum has swung in favor of Mclaren's group. 8.77 is the required run rate. Caught away. And that's another boundary. Very expensive over. He's making the mistake of bowling too quick. And almost always in the arc of Oshada. Slapped it away for yet another very important boundary. There was a field in the deep, but he was little too square. Excellent over so far. 14 runs off. Still a delivery to come. And this will do the trick for Mclaren's group. They have 5 wickets in hand. Set better in the middle now. Looks dangerous. Coming into this game, they were the favorites. Things weren't all that easy. That's more like it. That should be the line and length. He should be operating very expensive over. 15 runs off. That's the completion of the 16th. 132 for 5. of 24 deliveries. Simple equation. Have enough wickets in hand. It's just a matter of picking up few boundaries here and there. Metropolitan batted so well. Scored a valuable 30 plus runs. Skipper in the crease, who's on 5, and Oshada looks to be the aggressor. Yamal Kitsiri against the run-off play, picked up 2 wickets. Very intelligent operator, just maybe given away 2 boundaries too much. But he picked up 2 crucial breakthroughs. And if he pick up another wicket or 2, will once again turn the tides in favour of Metropolitan Group. Can he do that? He's into his 3rd over. Oh, clean bowled. A full toss. Interesting celebration. He's a clever operator. He was expensive, but at this stage, you're bound to go for runs. Skipper trusting and persisting with him, and he picked up 3 wickets. Once again, is there a twist in the tail? 16.1 overs. Now the aggressor. It was a full toss. It was dipping onto the middle stump. 3rd wicket. Can he pick up a couple of more wickets and turn the tides firmly in favour of Metropolitan Group, enabling them to win the 2nd game on the trot? Oshad Chaturanga batted well for 17. Bowled Yamal Kitsiri, picking up his 2nd wicket. A 6 and 2 boundaries. Well batted. 8.61. They need to pick up wickets, and at the same time they need a couple of very good overs, economical overs. 5 runs, maybe 4 runs. That'll set the tone, and that'll put the opposition under a great deal of pressure. When I questioned the captain, they said 160, 170 would be enough, but they will have to fight really, really hard. It's the power score 160 to win 165. Ooh, quicker delivery in line with the stumps. He was very keen, giving his 100%. That's what you expect from all your players. And Yamal Kitsiri diving to right and left. Very good of his own bowling. He's a fantastic player. Good team man. If he can pick up a couple of more wickets, will definitely set cat among the pigeons. Cut away over the infield, and that's not the best piece of bowling. He's been clever on that occasion, little too short. Skipper Ranasinghe took the opportunity, gone over extra cover region. Almost always you pick up boundaries. It's just a matter of timing it well enough. And on that occasion, Skipper Ranasinghe did just enough. Moves up to 9. Just 5 deliveries. Shehan, who's on 1, and given away 5 runs, needing 8 and over. Another full toss. Oh, that's another boundary. That's poor bowling. All you need is to bowl in line with the stumps, instead going for variations and paying a heavy price. 9 runs already, just what required. Very, very interesting game. Very close one. Just what those who are joining us on Sporty.lk was hoping for. Game early in the day, all but one-sided. We had just about one-sided 2 games yesterday right here at Dharmapala College grounds. But this one promised to be a close one. Required run rate has gone down significantly now. A dot ball. That's exactly what he needs to do. Bowl in line with the stumps. Conceded 9 runs. Can he pick up a wicket? They need a wicket very badly now. Skip on strike. Will they come back for the second? And that's another boundary. Played straight. He knew exactly what he was doing. Wide long on fielder. Was little too wide on that occasion. 4 to complete the over. Very expensive 113 runs off. Here's the replay. Right underneath the legs of the non-striker. Abesinger stood no chance. 17 done, 145 for 6. Firmly in favour of Mclaren's group now. There you go. They're trusting their ability. 20 needed off 18 deliveries. Metropolitan Group fighting hard. Always good to see. Bit of a dead rubber. Important game for Mclaren's group moving on to the second round. But I can tell you, fighting spirits by Metropolitan Group. Admirable. Having lost 3 matches, coming back very, very strong into this tournament. Won a game yesterday and fighting hard. Cricket is a funny game. You never know. Until the fat lady sings 6.67, pretty regular. It's just a matter of facing out the remainder of this innings. Just 18 deliveries, 20 runs required. Here's Ramesh Perera. Oh, that's well bowled. A cutter. Moved prodigiously. This is his final over. Can he make the difference? Batter Shehan had absolutely no idea. He was playing the line of the delivery, prodigiously moved past the outside edge. Another one. Hit and miss. Not trying to bowl too quick. Ramesh Perera, pick of the bowlers yesterday, picking up 4 wickets. Outstanding efforts. And today proven little expensive. Not being able to pick up a wicket. But can he make the difference? Oh, just over the wicket keeper. Innovation. He's been brave. Shehan, not known too much for his batting, but that innovation paying dividends when it come off. There you go. Just about managing to get over the field. Wicket-keeper's head. There are times cricket is a cruel game. Having bowled so well. Here's the 4th delivery. Onto his pads. Another dot ball. Can he get in a couple of more dot balls? 2 more deliveries remaining. Just 4 runs. Thanks to that innovative shot over the wicket-keeper's head by Shehan, who's on 5 now. Asanka, he's the aggressor, moved up to 17 of 8. Struck well enough. Oh, that's a run out. They had enough time to come back. For a moment, thought that was a fantastic throw nevertheless. 6 runs of 5 balls. Just what the doctor ordered. Needing 16 of 14 balls. We are heading for an interesting finish. Ramesh Perera just about to complete his spell. Given away 26. Can he pick up a wicket? That'll do it. Just 6 runs off under the circumstances. Metropolitan Group will take that. Needing 14 of 12. 18 down, 151 for 6. (14 of 12), the equation. Very interesting game of cricket. It's just a matter of a bowler getting a good over in, picking up a wicket or 2, or maybe getting a couple of tight overs. Anybody's game, but slightly in favour of Mclaren's group. 151 for 6. For the best part of this innings, they were under a little bit of pressure. Asanka Ranasinghe, ideal man in this situation, and looks like Lahiru Abesinghe entrusted with the duties of bowling the penultimate over. And interestingly, he deciding to bowl medium pace deliveries. Taken a lengthy run up, and always good to see spinner who's capable of bowling quick. Here's Abesinghe. Came off his pads. Just a single. Lahiru initially thinking of throwing the stumps down. At this stage, they don't want to concede an additional run. Whichever the case, good piece of bowling. Exactly where he should be bowling. The block hole. Plenty of Yorkers. That will make things tougher for the batters. Required run rate 7 and over now. Stockwell into the gap. And for 4. That'll do it. Skipper. In fact, that was Shehan, if I'm not mistaken. Powerful lad, of course. Fast bowler. Strong shoulders. And give it a mighty heave on the onside. Earn him another boundary. Now needing just 9 runs off 10 balls. Abhay just maybe over-pitched. Cut away into the deep. Straight to the field at cover region. Skipper. They shouldn't be disappointed whichever the outcome. They were down and out, having lost 3 out of 3. Remarkable comeback. Won the game against Pan Asia Bank. Team on a high after defeating the table toppers 8 runs Spence. The fact that winning it so comfortably must have given them a great deal of confidence. Hit and miss. Well within the tram lines. Another dot ball. Apart from conceding that boundary. Excellent over. It could happen when you're trying to go on the search for Yorkers. Low full tosses. You eventually put one in the slot. And batters needing no invitation. Needing 6 and over. An edge. And taken. Is there a twist? Outside the off stump, slammed away. Found the outside edge. Fielder at the edge of 30-yard circle. Took a good catch under pressure. Needing 8 off 7 balls. Lahirua Besinga picking up another wicket. Interesting conclusion, whichever the case. Holds nothing back. Ranasinghe, just the way to go. Made useful contributions, thought just done enough. 17 runs, well caught by Lairu Guruge. Abhay picks up another wicket. 4 boundaries of that 17 runs. 4 important boundaries. Given them the opportunity of coming back into this game. 6.86. 7 balls, 8 runs. Wicket or 2 will definitely turn things in favour of Metropolitan. Can Lahirua Besinga pick up another wicket? A left-hander is into the crease. Inesh Chamikara, 13 matches, 144 runs, 51. So he's a capable batsman. No hundreds, just a 50. Strike rate, average, nothing much. This should be taken. Fielder converging. Oh, just gets out of the fielder's hand. They just took a single. So 7 runs off. Went a long way in the air. And Lahirua Besinga decided to go for it. 3 deep fielders has to come a long way. Lahirua Besinga decided it's time for him to go. Would have been a spectacular catch and a match-winning effort. 19 overs done, needing 6 off 6 balls. We are heading into the final over. Excellent game of cricket as we approaches the end of the first round. Mercantile F Division. 6 balls, 6 runs. Simple equation. They have 3 wickets in hand. A wicket or 2 might turn things in favour of Metropolitan Group. That's the only way they could win this game. It's just a matter of tapping and get singles. Inesh on 2, just single delivery. Shehan, innovator, picked up a crucial boundary above the head of the wicket keeper, and Kitcheri being trusted with the duties of bowling the final over. He's a clever operator, little expensive, I thought, by trying to go for his variations, conceded a couple of boundaries, too many short stuff on offer and wide outside. The off-stump batters almost always throwing their bat out for it. Here's the final over, just needing 6. It can be done with a single boundary, a 6 over mid-wicket, a 6 over square leg. What it's going to be. 159 for 7. Just as I mentioned, 6 over mid-wicket region will do the trick. Mclarens winning the game by 3 wickets. Whichever the case, fantastic game of cricket. Coming into this game, Mclarens were the favourites, but they were made to fight till the last over. An achievement for the underdogs. Metropolitan in the slot. He's not going to miss out. Strong man gets it sailing over the mid-wicket boundary. Metropolitan winning the game by 3 wickets with 5 deliveries remaining. Favourites, but they were made to fight hard. Commiserations to Metropolitan Group, searching for their second win. I thought, had they started playing this well at the beginning of the tournament, they should have at least given them the chance of winning at least 2 more games. They were winning against much more fancied Pan Asia Bank, given a good fight to Mclaren's group, but unfortunately losing against lesser known opposition, less stronger opposition. Stood no opportunities. Whichever the case, that marks the end for both the teams. The first round matches comes to an end for both the teams. 5 matches, 4 wins for Mclarens. Proudly heading into the second round. It's the end of the journey for Metropolitan Group. Winning 1, losing 4 matches. They much improved side, approaching their 2 final group stage games. And we, as well as those who are joining us on Sporty.lk, enjoyed every bit of it. Excellent game of cricket. This is Mercantile F Division T20 tournament. This is the conclusion of Group A matches. Batting wasn't the best start. Hasindu Pereira, valiant 42, 32 balls, 5 boundaries. Lahara Marasekara made the difference. 38 of 26 balls, 3 huge sixes and 2 boundaries. And down the order, Shehan Sandaruwan, valuable 18 runs. Skipper did enough, 17 of 11 with 4 boundaries, 4 crucial boundaries at that stage, I can tell you. With the aid of 8 extras, winning the game by 3 wickets, 165 for 7. Just done enough. Very interesting passage for Mclarens into the second round as we're looking at the bowling figures for Metropolitan Group. Abesinger was expensive later on, 29 for 1. Romesh didn't pick up a wicket. Fernando, 1 for 44, expensive. And Kitcheri, he too given away too many boundaries, 3 for 39. Chandrasekhara, I thought, pick up the bowlers for me. Very economical, picked up a wicket. Controlled things out there in the middle for Metropolitan. Just wasn't enough. Decent enough partnerships. Winning the game by just 3 wickets. Very interesting, very entertaining game of T20 cricket. Here are the highlights of Mclaren's group's innings. Quiet earlier on. Ethan Ransilige picking up 2 scintillating boundaries. Very talented player, of course. That looks nice on the onside. Effortless. And this is the dismissal. Horrendous piece of running. Then after eating up 10 deliveries, got out for naught. Hasindu steadying the ship, picking up few boundaries and few lapses in the field here and there in this division. Mercantile F division, you expect this. These players aren't professionals. Few players, of course, played club cricket, played good schools cricket. Dedicated professionals showcasing their passion for cricket, slapped it away on the onside. Excellent piece of fielding. Kept them in the hunt. But I thought Kitsiri and Abhay by trying to bowl too quickly, losing the initiative. That's the dismissal. Got them back into the game. Chandrasekhara, excellent spell. Just a wicket, but did exceedingly well. Fielders try to give everything. Made it very, very interesting game. There you go. 100% commitment, whichever the result. There you go. Quicker deliveries, way too many. And it travels out of the bat and travels far. That drop chance, it all adds up in the final analysis. That's T20 cricket for you. That's a full toss. Those are the mistakes they've made. They created few opportunities for them. That's the dismissal. Open indoors. Excellent attempt. 6 nevertheless. And on the onside, from time to time, goes over wide long off. That's a huge hit. In fact, that one goes straight into the hands. Few misfields in the final analysis. 100% commitment by Kitsiri. Always good to see big man putting his body on the line. 100% commitment. That's exactly what the skipper and the team management expecting from you. Just wasn't good enough, but excellent game of cricket. They should be proud of the way they played in their final group encounter. Kitsiri picking up another wicket. That was the mistake. Too many short balls and a full toss. And tailenders or top order batters, they're not going to miss out. Straight past the bowler. That boundary, a crucial one. Left armour getting a very good over, and once again Abhay was too quick in the slot. The final dismissal, given the glimmer of hope, would have been a spectacular catch. Excellent game of cricket. I can tell you, each and everyone who's joining us on Sporty.lk must have enjoyed. As we're looking at the match summary, winning the toss, deciding to bat first. Scoring 164 for 7, 47. Vikramasinghe well batted. Abhay 38 of 25. And Patirana 31 of 31. Wasn't enough. Hasindu Perera 2 for 28. Sandharuwan 1 for 26. Bowled well. Shamika started off really nicely. 1 for 15. In reply, wasn't the best start. Hasindu Perera steadying the ship. 42 of 32. Amarasekhara, valiant effort, 38 of 26, and Shehan Sandharuwan finishing touches, winning the game by 3 wickets, bowling Kitsiri 3 for 39, pick of the bowlers. Abhay was touch expensive, though he started off really well. Danuka Fernando 1 for 44, concluding things here at Dharmapala Grounds, Pandipitia. Sporty.lk, we are ready to bring you more exciting Mercantile F Division T20 cricket. Stay with us until we meet you again. Stay safe and good night.
ये बेच में भी काम करना है ना